Yo, how's everybody doing today, man? Let me start out by saying happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, it's gonna be a long weekend this weekend, so we're gonna have a 3 day weekend this week. We
It's
are.
gonna be a long weekend this weekend,
Uh-oh,
so we're
one
gonna have
second.
a
Uh
3 day weekend this week.
we
It's
are.
gonna be a long weekend this weekend.
Uh-oh, I didn't turn off the Bluetooth. Let me start out again. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody gonna. I hope everybody having a great day today.
We're gonna have a 3 day
And how's everybody doing today? Let me start out by first saying, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That will help your boy out a whole lot. Subscribe to your channel. Make sure you share the link so everybody can get it, so everybody can get in the wave. Um, let me see who's over here with me today. Hey, how you doing, Lolita? How you feeling, baby? Let me see what's over here. Oh, this is my homegirl right here. How you feeling, baby? Thank you for being here. Yo, what up, Mr. JP Hives? How you doing? Oh, it's my beautiful girl is over here. How you doing, stranger? I'm mad at you, man. You been disappeared, man. You and your girl pharmacist, y'all been gone for a while. Uh, I guess the good life, y'all making too much money. Y'all getting rich over there. If you want to get some money, y'all need to go get with your home girl, right? With this girl right here. She will give you a loan. She got a farm. She got a 100-acre farm in North Carolina. Yeah, let me see. What's good? What's good, family? How you doing? Well, like I said earlier, please hit the like button. Please make sure you you share this link with everybody so I can get a whole lot faster to 1,000 subscribers. Today I'm gonna be speaking about a bunch of people just hit me on and told me like, oh, Papi, you should react to the Lori Harvey and the Michael B. Jordan guy and stuff like that. I mean, it ain't that much that I want to say about that, man. It just people like gossip and stuff like that. That situation is kind of from what I'm reading online, from what everybody else reacted online on this YouTube stream, on Instagram, all the social media net platform stuff like that. They they pretty much say everything that I was gonna say. But I'm gonna add a little bit more because I found it amazing that everybody according to what I heard was, oh, you haven't heard from her? Oh, you haven't heard from pharmacy. Man, I haven't speak to her either. So about that Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. According to what I heard and from what everybody said online was that homeboy, Mr. Wakanda himself, Black Panther himself, kinda to marry homegirl. And according to the people, to the voices on this YouTube streets is that she declined the man proposal to get married. How truthful that is, who knows? Who knows? Um, in my personal opinion, it would be that if I am mistaken, homegirl is about 25. Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan should be what, about 35. So, for my humble opinion, I believe that homegirl think that she is too young to be married, to be tied down. She still believes that she can catch somebody better. That's what I believe. That's what that's most likely that's what I think. I think that she don't want a Michael B. Jordan. Maybe he's a boring guy. To remind you, this is a girl that was tied down to be messing with Diddy. She was messing with last person that she was messing with was the homie Future. And so once Future put them out there, they belong to the streets after that. And yes, she's been tied down to Trey Son. She's been linked up with who else? Diddy's son, Diddy and his son. So she got a very extremely long record, long ass record on dating guys on social media. So it just, man, it just, I don't know, like I don't know what even people ask me to react to this, but that's what I got another. I want people to tell me that I'm gonna drop the link. So I want people to, as you know, this weekend is gonna be Father's Day. So I would like to know people's opinions, what they think about their father, what they think about fathers, period. Because the way I look at it is like people don't care about fathers no more. It's been a long time. Like us father, we only get like one day out of the month. This this upcoming Sunday. So it's just, and I want to know if you're gonna really show some love to your father this weekend. What are you gonna do for your father? How you gonna show him that you appreciate him to, first of all, to have you come into this world. Second of all, how much do you think like what was your father impact in your life? Because I have a father, obviously. My father was a big influence in my life, great man. You know, I won't be able to see my father because he's all the way in Iraq. He's in the army. So, but I still, you know what I mean. I still pay homage to him. I still love my man, my old man, and I will also I pay homage to all the fathers in my family. I got a bunch of uncles and auntie. I know from my grandma's side, from my father's side, I got 13 uncles and auntie. I got 9 uncles, and I got 4 aunties. And from my mama's side, I got 11. I got 7 uncles and 4 aunties. So I got a lot of male role models in my life. So, and I know in our families is we literally pay homage to the men on our family because the family starts and ends with them. And this weekend is gonna be they usually first of all like that the father of my family they've been worship every day, like the way that my grandpa, the way that my grandma used to treat my grandpa, the way that my aunties treat my uncles, and vice versa, is is pretty much Father's Day for them literally every other week. You know what I mean? So I would like to know, but then again, I come from a whole different culture. Even though that I'm a I'm a black person, I come from a different culture. So I would like to know how people feel. I would like to know how people feel about their fathers. Like, what do you think about your father? What impact your father have in your life? You know, and do you think do you think it is positive or negative about your father or the father figure? Because even though if you didn't have a father, I would like to know. I would like to know you if you had a father figure in your life. Could it be your uncle? Could it be your grandpa, your godfather? You know, stuff like that. Let me see how like first and most, let me say this. I appreciate everybody being here, yo. Hey, my man, Moses, what's good, family? How you been, bro? Let me see my girl K. K, she's living her best life. You think she got wife? You think she got wifed up? Come up over here, K, man. We got to talk, girl. You owe me an explanation. You owe me a big old explanation right now. I just dropped the link, so yeah, more than welcome to come up and chop it up with your boy. I'm gonna stay over here for a couple of hours. Let me see. Did I drop the link? Yes, I did. Let me do it again. Yeah, here we go. There you go, right there. Oh, my man, trash can. What's up, family? Man, yo, listen, I'm gonna need everybody to go ahead and subscribe to the man Trash Can. That man is hilarious. Please subscribe to him. And also, please subscribe to my boy Osmosis React channel. Real cool people. What you are you free right now, Trash Can? What you on? Oh, my man is over here. My man James. How you doing, fam? I haven't see you around here in a while, man. Where you been? Where you at? You at the crib? You home? Okay, where you at? I'm waiting for you, girl. I told you I'm gonna need you to explain yourself to me. Where the hell you been at? Oh, what's good, man? How you been, son? Oh, he's my beautiful girl, man. Girl, how you doing, baby? You haven't heard from her? Nah, that's no. I want to ask you about your father. You better hit that. You better hit that stranger link and come over here and tell me something. I'm on my drug. Oh my god, this guy. This guy got problems right here, man. I'm gonna assume you at the crib. Let me see. Let me see what Betty say. Okay, so hey man, it's been a while I haven't um I haven't talked to pharmacists, yo. So I don't know what's going on with her. All I know, I seen on my Instagram, I seen that she's doing like those home. She like interviewing homeless people. That's a beautiful thing right there. Yeah, I mean, I hope she didn't interview homeless people at nighttime. That's kind of dangerous if you ask me. Especially if she's a girl. I hope she do that during the day, and I hope she's strapped because boy, you never know what happened with these people, man. Let me see what's going on over here. Lori Harvey like to spread her love around. Hey man, one thing I know is about Miss Lori. That's a beautiful girl, yo. Lori Harvey. I don't care what you say, man. Lori Harvey is a very beautiful girl. That girl is about, I would give her a 9.5 10. I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Lori Harvey, what rate would you give her? What rate would you give her? Like, do you think she's a 9? Do you think she's a 10? Do you think she's an 8? I say she's a 9. I believe she's a 9. That girl is so goddamn beautiful. Oh my God. So man, listen, man, I'm pretty sure a lot of guys would talk all that shit, talk about they wouldn't date a woman like Lori Harvey. That's a bunch of bullshit because if that girl getting in front of their faces, they will wife her up. Everybody will wife Lori Harvey up. I don't care who you are. Now it takes a real player to know what to do with her, but most people will fall trap. She will get anybody because that girl is one beautiful woman. So only in this space you hear a lot of wild stuff like this. Only on YouTube and Instagram, people be like, "Man, I would have never wife Lori Harvey, man. She's a hoe. She for the streets." That's a bunch of bullshit, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. Don't let these people fool you. Like men lie, women lie. I always tell people, like a girl like Lori Harvey, a girl like Brittany Renner, they will always get wifed up. Always. You know why? Because it's always a sucker out there willing to wipe them up. The facts are the facts. I know, and I made a bet with somebody out there. My bet was, I promise. Matter of fact, these people owe me money. I bet two people. I bet two people that Brittany Renner was gonna be wiped up before the year's over. And people and these two guys was like, no, nobody gonna wipe them up. I'm like, all right. So everybody, so now she's been linked with what's the guy name? Um NBA no NBA but the guy from the rapper from Class. Uh-oh. Travel is here. Travel is here. Travel is
Hello.
here.
Hello.
How
How
you
you
been, baby?
doing? How you?
Good. I'm good, man. I see you been disappeared. Where you been?
Look, I haven't heard from a girl, so I just been chilling, living my
Oh,
best farmer life.
oh man, how's that farm coming along?
It's coming along really well. Really well. Just had some work done out here today and hoping to get some more work done out here maybe in the next week or two. So yeah, everything's going
Ooh.
wonderful.
Hey, I'm happy for you, girl, man. You still you in like in the process to build a house?
Yeah, but we gotta the next thing we're trying to get done out here is we're selling like about 25 acres of the trees so that we can build and so we can get some cattle out here.
How far is that from your original house?
2.5 hours.
Oh, so it's not that bad. It's like just a little phone ride. Don't you? Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you have a like a one of those car like a RV? You have
I
a
have two actually.
oh, oh, you see, I haven't forget yet.
Yeah,
See, I
I
remember you,
know.
man. Even though that you forgot about me, girl.
I
So
did not forget about you. I promise. As
nah,
soon as I saw your name
you
pop
owe me
up
an
for
apology.
what I
Nah,
do.
I know you married, but you owe me an apology, man. Because you suppose
I'm sorry, baby.
I haven't seen
Whatever
you
I
around I
did,
haven't
I'm
seen you around here.
sorry. Huh?
Okay, apology accepted.
I didn't hear what you said.
Say apology accepted though.
Oh, thank
So
you.
let me ask you this, man. What do you think about? Have you been keeping up with the gossip?
Have I been keeping up with what?
Have you been keeping up with the gossip war? Like what's going on about here? What people been talking about? Like, did you heard about Lori Harvey leaving Michael B.
Yeah,
Jordan?
and that's actually what I was referring to when I said she's living her best life. I was talking about
Mhm.
Lori.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
she
do
ain't
you
got
think
time to be
about it?
getting strapped down with no man. She having fun.
So, do you think she like quitting that guy because from what people is saying is that homeboy was ready to like kind of marry her, quote unquote, and homegirl was like, "Nah, man, I'm good." What do
And
you think
she's
about
not
that?
ready. She's not ready. I mean, I got married real young, but I don't advise it for everybody. You might want to slow down. The guys ain't in no rush. So
Okay,
I wouldn't think at 25, no. No,
okay.
but
So now,
if you find a man at 25 when you're 25 that wants to get married, but you're not ready to get married, cut him loose.
you see this. He said you watch a new woman. Look at what your homegirl saying over there. Women control
What's she say?
marriage.
Women
She said,
control marriage. I believe they do actually.
"Y'all don't control shit." So
You
y'all
can
need to stop that
see the
shit.
thing is, you can't walk in the door acting like you're controlling shit, but you're actually
Oh,
controlling
okay.
everything.
Look at what they say. She said no. She's good and she's a baddie. I agree. She's a baddie.
Oh,
I
she's a
yeah.
baddie and she a rich baddie at that.
She's like to me. In my eye, she's a nine. She's a nine and a half. I go. That's a one beautiful woman right there. Oh my god.
She is, and she knows
Yeah.
it, and so she's not gonna settle for anything less than what she wants. She may never find it, but she ain't looking real hard right now. She can hop on something tomorrow if she want to.
You're absolutely right about that. From a
Yeah.
woman that is married, let me help me understand this. At what age did you get married?
I was 19.
God damn, for real?
I was engaged at 18, married at 19. I met
Boy,
my husband when I was 17. 6 months
in
after we
college,
met,
right?
he told me, huh?
In college, right?
In college, my freshman year of college. And 6 months after we met, he told me he was going to marry me. He was going to propose on our 1 year anniversary. And he did.
And y'all been together ever since, right? So why? So you kind of contradicting yourself right now because in one hand you tell me she ain't ready, she's too young, blah blah blah, right?
Hmm.
But then again, the way you did it, You are 25. I mean, you were 19. She's 25, so she technically is like 6 years older.
Right, but
Why?
okay, but her mentality is not the same as mine. So,
Mm,
and please understand, in hindsight, I realized I wasn't ready for marriage right then. I thought I was way more mature than I actually was. So, but it worked out. But we went through some growing pains because we both had an idea of what marriage was supposed to look like, and we had to work together to build where we are now. Because we weren't always where we are now.
of course, you ain't had
You
nothing
know,
pretty much. You're starting
we
from
both
zero,
had to
right?
grow up. He was 21, I was 17 when we met. So we
Mhm.
both had some growing to do.
When you said you wasn't ready, like what make you think you
Uh,
wasn't ready at 19? Like,
well, I had a lot of my girlfriends in my ear because, okay, way too much of my business, but I was a virgin. So I had a lot of my girlfriends in my ear, like, girl, you need
mm,
to go experience some more men first. You can't, get married while you haven't tasted anything else. You don't know what else is good. You think this is good, but you don't know what good is because you don't have anything to compare it to. So I was hearing a lot of that. And at first it didn't matter. I ignored it. But as, a couple of years into the marriage, I started wondering, thinking about that kind of stuff. I mean, I eventually pushed it all out of my head, but it was in there, you know.
mm,
Um, so part of me was like, maybe I should have had more experience, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure he would have proposed to me if I had had all that experience.
yeah.
In
Somebody
hindsight,
else would
yeah, I'm thinking not so much.
somebody would have slid into your spot and he would have been married to somebody else right now.
Nah,
If
I
you would have
really
went.
cannot see myself married to anybody else.
So can you say that girlfriends can be a bad influence in your life then?
Absolutely.
Be- Because they from what I'm hearing from you, and correct me if I'm wrong, they were telling you pretty much that as of right now, it wouldn't be the completely wrong message. The wrong advice talk about go over there and experience and don't marry him because you wouldn't have what you have right now, which is a stable home. You got three boys, right?
4 sons.
Four sons. You have four sons, and they're grown right now. How you youngest?
My youngest is 20.
Oh, he's a grown man now. Oh, you better be a grandma then, right? Or you're a grandma now?
Nope. No, I
No.
want to be, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not in the cards yet.
Not even close. You gotta be one of them. Gotta be close. They just haven't tell you yet.
No, they would tell me because they know I want one. So, but I
Okay.
did. I will say this: I scared them off at first because I told them if any of them gave me a grandchild before they turned 25, that I was going to cut them out of my will
Oh shit. Yeah, we need that
because I
money.
wanted them to have a chance to get themselves financially established. So
Mhm.
I felt it was in their best interest to wait.
So let me ask you this. I don't. Do you remember how many girlfriends told you that those messed up advice?
Well, first of all, it was a lot of people, and I'm not friends with
Like
any of
your
those
your
people
close
now.
your close. Okay.
They were all
You,
all the girls I met in college,
okay.
basically. And they all knew my husband, because he'd been there already. He
He
was a
played
senior.
basketball, right? He played
Say it
basketball,
again.
football. He played basketball, football. One
Basketball.
of those. Okay. See, I remember,
Basketball.
man. People gonna
Yeah, you
start
got a
thinking I
pretty
was.
good memory.
No, people gonna start thinking that I was stalking you, son.
You'll be all right. So yeah,
Yo,
it,
Papi's a stalker. He
and I
looking
will
at
tell you
Kate.
what, one of the girls was
Mm.
supposed to be one of my bridesmaids, and she never showed up.
Because if I once again, I remember you telling the story. You said you had a pretty decent. It was like a regular ceremony, right? Like
Yeah,
how much you
keep it
said you spent?
cheap,
Like five
keep
hundred
it
dollars, something
simple.
like that.
$500. Boy, you on it? Yes,
That
I
memory,
spent less
man.
than
I
five
got
hundred
that
dollars on my
memory.
wedding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for when you go to your Facebook or your Instagram, I don't know if you follow those girls. Do you think they married by now, or you just wouldn't know?
Um, I honestly, I have no clue for as far as most of them concerned. I think probably only one of them am I Facebook friends with.
Mm.
Um, the rest, I couldn't even tell you most of their names. I remember the one that was supposed to be in my wedding. I haven't heard from her since.
God damn, that
I think
sounds kind of
secretly she
crazy.
wanted my fiance
You think so?
because she was always throwing mud on him. She always had something negative to say when
No,
it
that
came to
always
him.
happened.
So,
That happened to me
huh?
before.
Oh,
That
really?
always happened. what the girl that hate on you the most is the girl that wanna give you that thing. That happened to me all the time. I used to tell the mother of my kids like, don't listen to them girls, man. They want me. They want me, and trust me, when they see me outside, they be trying to throw that thing on me. But I don't violate the code like that. But
Oh
look,
yeah.
what I, it's just I'm glad you didn't listen to that advice, man, because you probably would have been a baby mama by now.
Yeah. I
Like,
rarely listen to other people. I let them talk, but I rarely listen.
but you say at one point that you kind of was giving them, you was giving those advices, kind of like they were growing in your head, like maybe I should
Well,
experience.
as like because our marriage was and I think that's pretty it's typical with anyone that gets married. Those first couple of years you got a lot of growing pains. And so I started wondering if I had made the wrong decision, if, maybe I should have done something different, or maybe we should have dated longer or whatever. Those kind of insecurities popped in my head, but eventually I pushed those to the side because I know I did what I was supposed to do. This was what my life was supposed to be. And I have no regrets.
Mhm.
Zero. Zilch.
Eh, this is the kind of stories that people need to hear, yo. To be honest with you, I always told you, man, you need to start dropping more videos because you are the perfect sample what like a wife supposed to look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You are
I would like
pretty.
to. I probably will start my own channel eventually.
I've been telling you this since December. You
But
don't listen.
I want to start more than one channel because I want to do one with the sex talk because I do the
You got
sexual
the
enhancement
toys and the
consultant.
yes, and you have the
Yeah, and
classes
then
going
also
on.
I want to do one about this black farming. You know,
Hmm.
so I'm trying to document everything we've done thus far, so that when I do start a channel, I can pretty much show how
You
we
got
got to where we
you
are,
got
and then
material.
just continue from there.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Yes. And why don't you? Can you tell me when you met your husband? I mean, obviously you was in college. He was in college, right?
Yes.
Um, Most likely, not disrespect to you or your husband. Y'all probably didn't have nothing, right? Y'all was from literally starting from
Oh
ground
yeah.
zero.
I grew up kind of poor. Not even
Mhm.
kind of poor. I grew up poor. He didn't grow up poor though.
Oh, so he came to
he,
college with a couple of dollars,
he ca-
or his
I wouldn't
parents.
say that either. This is what I will say. He came from Kentucky. His family wasn't broke at all, but he did come on basketball scholarship, and so his parents didn't spoil him. So he had to work for anything he had. But
Mm-hmm.
so I was actually surprised when he asked me to come home with him for spring break. Based on how he dressed, I really thought he was super, super poor. We never discussed, anything about that. And so when we got to Kentucky, I was expecting to be staying in like a two-bedroom hovel or something like that. And we pulled into this neighborhood and it says estates. And I was like, where are we going? um, and we pull into this driveway and I'm like, who live here? I was shocked. I was shocked. So yeah, his
So
appearance did not add up to where he came from at all.
yeah, so his parents pretty much. Would you say that his parents were like middle class, decent middle class people, high upper middle class? They wasn't rich, but they were like doing okay, or they were rich.
Pretty much.
Okay. Oh, yeah, look at you, man.
They ain't
But
hurting.
it still
Everybody
doesn't
hoping.
change the fact that you like his parents have money. He didn't have money. That's two different things right there. That's different. That's two different things right there.
Right.
So,
They didn't give him. They didn't just roll out the red carpet for him. He had to earn his way.
mhm. So you can say that you pretty much you met the man. You say he proposed to you in a year. You was married in a year, right? 1 year
Uh,
anniversary.
no, we got married in about 18 months.
18, a year and a half. So
Yeah.
you pretty much got with this man and you believe on his dream, pretty much on his vision, where he was going, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And vice versa, of course. Like he thought that you was the woman that a great candidate to be a great mother.
Mm-hmm.
And look at you. What? How long you been married?
29, 28. Hold on. 28 years.
28 years. God damn, girl. That's it. That's a hey, it's been fun. It's up and
Huh?
down, stuff like it's been fun the whole 28 years. A lot of
Not
up
the
and
whole
down.
28 years, no, but I would say 70% of it.
That's pretty good. That's still passing grade.
Yeah,
Can you say
we've
can you
had
say
some
80?
rough patches. I've been ready to bounce. He's been ready to bounce. We done thrown up the
Yeah.
deuces at each other. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's my ride or die. I'm not going anywhere.
29 years, man. God damn. How many
Yeah.
presidents are those? That gotta be
Say it
what?
again.
4 times. How many presidents y'all went through being together?
Well,
Literally
from
six
Clinton
presidents.
on,
Six presidents.
yeah,
You
at
have to be
least.
six. Yep. No, no, hold on, online. I'm doing my math is wrong.
What year was
7
Clinton?
presidents.
Huh?
That gotta be in the 90s.
We got married in '94.
Yeah, Clinton was in the 90. I think he started in 92, if I am mistaken. And then he went
Yeah.
twice. He went twice.
All right.
And then Bush, then, yeah,
We
damn,
had both
that's a long
Bushes.
time.
We've
No, the
it's been a
father, no,
minute.
the father was in the 90, and then the son was in when the towers fall off. The son was in charge. I remember that.
Yeah, because
Um,
what you call it? Obama won in '08, so
yes,
Bush
after
was in
Bush,
before Obama.
yes, and he run twice. That's crazy, man. Look, everybody's loving you in the
Oh,
chat, girl.
dang.
They love your
Trash can
story,
talking about
man.
quarter of 100. Damn.
That motherfucker was cloud. Gail, she said she wants you on her channel. I don't know if you're familiar with Gail. Matter of fact, she's still
Happily.
yeah, because everybody, like I said, man, like I've been telling you, you gotta start your own channel because your voice is needed because now you actually living what you preaching. You know what I mean? You know
Say
the
it again.
ups and downs of this. I said you actually living what you're saying.
Yeah,
You being a married woman, and I think people will need to hear this shit, yo. And
I would
now
love
tell
to.
the people, tell the people what kind of farm do you, how big that farm is.
It's 43 acres.
Yeah. If y'all want a loan, please hit okay, man. She got all that money over there. She giving loans for 0% interest rate. Don't go to the
Boy,
bank,
if you
go to
don't
her.
stop lying to people. Look,
So
let me
like,
tell you, I got to watch this camera because my husband's out here. And because we're out in the middle of nowhere, he walk around with no clothes on.
oh, your boyfriend? I mean your husband?
No, my husband, he don't wear any clothes.
Y'all both naked in the farm? No, we don't
We
want to see that
we
shit.
do it all the time. We have naked day. We just walk around here naked because no one can see us.
Hold on, time out. Let me rewind this. Hold, hold on, yo. You ain't gonna just keep that part. So you in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing over there, right?
We're surrounded by trees. We're totally
Okay.
secluded. We're a quarter mile from the main street. We're so far back. It's crazy.
So you and your husband, y'all doing this for fun. Y'all just butt ass naked over there, like
Outside.
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
I'm
Any time
gonna
of
get a
day, you
I'm gonna get a drone. I'm gonna get a drone. Put
I
that
would
shit
tell you
over
what's
there. I want to
funny.
see you. I want to see your husband. I want to see you.
The UPS guy, we told him we have a bin at the street. Put the package up there. You don't have to come back here. They keep rolling back here. They almost caught him once,
The UPS guy
but
called the naked show.
he almost caught my husband naked because there's a cabin on the property, right? And so my husband was behind the cabin, but he was naked back there. And the UPS
Oh,
driver drove all the way into the property. We're like, oh shit. And I was like, don't come out, don't come.
yo, look what Trash Can say. He says sits on the farm by Kate. What?
That-
I need to ask. I need to know why y'all both naked over there. Like, what is it? Is a game that y'all playing or something?
Well, no, it's just the freedom of being able to do it.
I never heard that one before.
Who
I
gonna
thought that
check
was
me,
white
boo?
people. Hey, I thought that was white people activities.
Look, I think he'll stop it if a mosquito bite him on the dick. He might.
Hey, tell your man, stay away from the snakes, man. You don't want no
That
snake bite
too,
him.
because they're out here.
Woo. God damn. Yo, I want to know how was your relationship with your? It's Father's Day coming up this Sunday. How was your growing up? How was your relationship with your father?
Oh, that was entertaining. My dad and I didn't really get along.
Uh
He
oh,
was
he was a rebel.
my mom and dad were married till he died. And my dad was an ass. I learned some stuff from him. Um, I loved him, but yeah, we fought. Like not like when I was a kid, when I still lived with them, of course I didn't talk back or anything, but I would just stop speaking to him. You know, I would
Mm,
answer a direct question, but I wouldn't speak to him any more than absolutely necessary for months at a time. Uh he was physically abusive. Not like he wasn't like punching us or anything, but like if we were very tight. There were six of us that grew up together. So we were really, really tight. In the respect of if one of us did something we weren't supposed to do, we didn't snitch.
mm.
So when we were questioned and we wouldn't tell who did it, we would all take the ass whooping for it. So
Oh, so
my
everybody
dad,
pay.
say it again,
Everybody got to pay. Everybody was
everybody
getting
got to
their
pay.
ass. Mm.
We're not telling.
So do you
So
resent your father for that?
no, but the I didn't resent him for spanking us, but it wasn't a spanking. He would get a piece of wood like a 2x4
Mm.
and he would beat us in our hand. And he would go by age, he'd bitch and whine for 2 hours and and then he keep coming back and forth to get us again. It was you don't beat kids with a piece of wood, you know?
I think that was
And
kind of close how we used to get beat. My in Colombia, they got okay. Do you know when the cows die, they take the skin away? They skin the
mhm,
cow, right?
the high
The skin, yeah, they roll it. They roll it. They turn
mm,
into a belt. So they
mm,
let it dry. They let that shit dry for like 2 months, and that thing becomes hard as hell. It's like a whip,
yeah,
and that's what they used to use to beat us. I mean, we never growing us we the way that they used to kind of like beat us, it was like a I have to do like three wrong things in order for us to get beat. Like for example,
oh,
like if the teacher called the house, they let it slide. You know what I mean? If I
mhm,
was talking back to my mom or my aunties or somebody like that, they let it slide. You know what I mean?
yeah, we
And
didn't get warnings.
at the third time, that's when that was we was getting our ass whooped.
Well, they keeping a chart? What's up? How they know? I mean, like they just
So
remember,
I knew exactly when I was gonna get beat because I already knew I was on my third strike. That was
but
they
you would
used to do
still
the
do
third
that
strike.
third thing.
Yeah, it happens. Yo. Sometimes I was a bad kid, yo. I was bad as hell. I was super bad. My sister, she never got beat. I did got beat. And then my little brothers and sisters, the later ones, they barely got beat either. Like I was the bad one. I'm the oldest, so the oldest always get beat. That's like it's you like what I mean. You got to help with the other kids and shit like that. And like I said, like they used to. I used to do three wrong things. At the third time, my father used to come to the house, or even if, like my father used to come to the house. I knew I was gonna get my ass whooped, so I was trying to do anything to kind of like diffuse the situation. I used to trying to like go to sleep early, like I see 7 in the afternoon. I was trying to skip the whole,
That
I was
don't
trying to
work.
skip the whole ass with me. My father used to play mind games with me, like he used to go change, shower, read the newspaper, eat, and after that, they used to call me, "Hey, come over here. Remember, remember such and such a day, what you did?" I used to be crying already, like, yeah, yeah. Remember what you did the other day? Yeah, yeah. Did it not tell you, motherfucker? That's not beating the dog shit out of me, yo.
You was begging for it.
Yeah. And after that was good. After that, I was good for literally like another 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. We didn't get beat like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I never knew about that. Like you said, with a piece of wood.
piece
I
of
never
wood.
heard about that.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah, in the
painful?
hand. Now my mom, she'd get the belt, she'd whoop you on your legs and your butt or whatever. But my dad always wanted that hand, and he would tear that hand up.
How many brothers and sisters your mama and your dad had? I mean, how many kids they had?
I have six siblings, but I grew up with five siblings. But I had an
Okay.
older sister that we knew about, but we didn't know where she was. So,
That's from a previous relationship from your father?
right, prom night kind of thing. So,
Oh,
yeah,
prom. Your mom
and then she was kidnapped by her biological mother,
took
and
it away from
then
the state, right?
huh?
She took it away from the state. Like, are you from North
Yeah,
Carolina,
what
right?
it was, this was the 60s.
Mm.
So, kids out of wedlock was an absolute no-no.
Oh yeah.
And so what happened was when the baby was born, when my sister was born, my grandmother took her, right?
Mm.
And so she was living with my grandmother, and tongues were wagging. Folks were talking about the other grandmother, like how you gonna let the paternal grandmother have the baby? So she decided, because she'd already sent her daughter off to my sister's biological mom. She'd already sent her off to New York, and she called and told her to come get her child. So one day, while there weren't a whole bunch of adults around, she snuck in the house and stole her baby and went back to New York, and nobody ever saw her again.
Oh, she
So
went
I
back
didn't
to
meet
my
my
city.
sister till she was in her 50s.
Oh my God, how that was?
Yeah, somebody found her mom's number for her, because she actually ended up in the system. She ended up with a younger brother. They ended up in the system because her mom had a drug habit, and they uh they ended up being adopted.
Hmm.
So and now all this time, my father didn't know this. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, sorry.
how long? No problem. How
Say it
long your
again.
father? How long it took your father to find out that he had another kid out there?
He died before. Well, he always knew she was there because she was with my grandmother. He knew
Oh yeah,
her
yeah.
for the first year of her life, and then that was it. And then they wouldn't tell him where she was.
Mm. Damn. How was that reunion? Were you there when did your father get to meet her before she went to New York, or he just knew about it?
He he met her. He knew her till she was about a year old, and then he never saw her again. And then he died before she found us.
Oh my God. How'd your mother took it though?
My mother, my mother accepts her as her daughter because she's always known about her. She used to go with my dad to New York to look for her, but they never
Well,
found her. Oh, that
your
my
mom is a
mom would have
real one, yo.
adopted them. They would have adopted, my mom and dad would have adopted both of those kids.
Yeah, your mom is a real one. That's a surreal soldier right there.
Oh,
That's a
my
real.
mom
They
is
don't make
that
it like
chick.
that anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's
Salute
her
to your
daughter.
mom,
As far as
man.
anybody's concerned, that's her daughter.
Hey, mom. Hi, baby. Make sure you show her this kiss, all right? You the real MVP, lady. They don't
The
make them
real
like that
MVP.
anymore, yo. Yo, so
But as
now
far as my
knowing that,
dad was concerned,
yeah.
um, we had a really rocky relationship. I've always been one to speak my mind and tell the truth.
Mm,
So I told him about himself after I was grown. And uh prior to that, everybody in my family, I still feel like to this day, everybody has a fantasy in their head as far as what kind of father we had. And they'll talk about it, but at the same time, they had this
mm,
devotion to him that I never understood. I didn't think he earned it. I finally got to the point where don't ask me for shit. I'm not contributing to any gifts for him or anything like that. I don't want nothing to do with it. But before he died, we actually had a come to Jesus moment, and fixed our relationship to the best of our ability. So I have no regrets on that either. You know, um, I learned some valuable lessons from him. That's one of the reasons I was still a virgin when I met my husband, because he was like, men are
okay.
dogs. They only want one thing, and once they get it, they're gone. I was like, okay, no problems here.
So you bump heads. Can we say you bump a lot of head with your father? Then like y'all
Yes,
didn't get along.
absolutely.
So
We
so
got
you grew up with some
along.
sort of resentment towards him.
Say it again.
Did you grow up with some sort of resentment towards your father?
At growing up, yes, I did. But as an adult, I didn't have resentment as much as I had acceptance of who he was. So I did accept him for who he was. He did what he was capable of doing. Um, I was saddened about not having the kind of relationship I would have loved to have had with my father. I know I watch my husband with our boys, and I wish me and my siblings had had something like that. And I watch my father-in-law as in the role of a father, and I'm like, I'm closer to my father-in-law than I was ever to my father. I love my father-in-law to pieces because he's such a strong man, and he was a strong role model for his kids. And I wish I had had that. I wish my brothers had had a man in their life that my dad could paint. He was a wonderful painter. He paint houses, buildings, offices, whatever. But I mean, he was a master at this shit. Why did he not pass this on to his boys? He could fish. He would go out fishing with his friends, but he never took his sons fishing. You know, my husband, every chance he get, he taking them boys fishing. He's teaching them things. They know about cars. They just know how to be a man. And I don't think my dad ever passed that on to my brothers. Of course, I don't think he knew how, but he had a dad. He had a good dad. He had a dad that paid bills. My dad didn't pay bills. He just let
Your
my
dad didn't
mom
pay
do
the
everything.
who paid the bills?
My mom.
Your dad wasn't working. You say he was a great
Yeah, he
painter.
had income. Made more money than her.
All right, then. He made more money than her.
He was
So
a
with the money, where?
self-employed painter. She paid his
Oh,
taxes.
okay, I'm not gonna let you trust the man like that. Pop, I got you, man. Whatever you are over there in heaven, I got you over here. I, that makes no sense.
Okay.
That makes absolutely no sense. You telling me that this man made more money than her, and your mama paid all the bill? Where the money was? Where his money was?
He was taking care of his hoes. He bought his whole car.
Oh, your pop was a ladies' man. He bought his whole a car.
Oh,
What kind of car
Papa
was it?
was a
Honda
Rolling
Civic?
Stone. Hmm?
Was it a Honda
What'd you
Civic?
say?
Did she put on a Honda? What kind of car she
No, he
bought?
bought her a Dodge
What kind
Magnum.
of car he bought him?
He bought her a Dodge Magnum.
The wagon? The wagon?
The what?
The wagon? They came out with like a
I
little
don't.
wagon stuff.
I can't tell y'all that. I don't know.
How y'all find out? I need to know.
Because the dumbass, my mom worked at the post office. This dumbass uh had the insurance information came through the mail. She see, of course it's made
Oh,
out.
Pops, what are
Yeah.
you doing? Come
I'm like
on,
playing.
Pop.
Come on.
How your mama took
He
it?
is too lazy to go to the next town to get his own PO box.
Pop was like, yo, I'm pretty sure she ain't going. So, hold on. Your mama was kind of like getting the mail and she got the letter?
She got the what you call it, the statement in the mail from the insurance company, and she opened it. Even though it wasn't made out to her, she opened it. And then he tried to say he
Look, you had to read it.
co-signed on the car for a friend.
Look what trash can say.
Dad held what down? He didn't hold shit down. But his
Because
hoes.
Moses said it's a community pops.
You know what? When he
uh,
passed, we were waiting for other kids to pop up. We just knew there had to be some more kids out there, but
oh, for
never
real.
heard
I
anything.
went to the funeral thinking like, look, is this motherfucker look like me? Oh my
Somebody gonna
god.
come and act a fool. We were waiting on it.
Hey man, at the end of the day, he still raised you. He still got you through from point A to point B in life. That's what pops that's what fathers are here for. I mean, he's still the father of your life, but don't make those faces, man. When okay,
Now,
when Father's Day used to come, what you used to do for the man?
up until let's say the last 10 years of his life, I picked out his gifts because I knew him better than anybody.
That was my next question. How did your other brothers and sisters look at him?
My brothers didn't really have too much to do with him. They saw him, they spoke to him and whatnot, but he didn't. If any of his kids, he would carry on a conversation with me. You know,
So
he would call me to help him do stuff. He called me. We had a very weird relationship.
he seems like it, man. But this is what the way I look at it, yo. Me and my father. I'm close. I'm close to my family. I love them to death. Especially my father is that's my hero. My father, my grandpa, all of them. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
A father to me, he doesn't have to be your friend. He has to be your father. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
absolutely.
That's what I look. That's the way I look at it. In today's day, we got people saying that your father have to be your best friend, all of that.
No,
That's
I
just
don't
the
think so.
wrong dynamic right there. And if
We
you
can be
go
friends when we're
outside,
grown.
yeah, if you go outside, that's why everybody like I see mom and daughter like at the club together twerking it out, straight up twerking at the club. I'm telling you, I be see that's pretty. Actually, that's
Now, I
normal
don't
in
have a
today's
problem with
day.
fathers taking their sons to the strip club. I don't, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not going to the club with my daughter.
yeah. I took my father to the street club. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because my father,
my husband took
I look
my
just like my father,
oldest.
yo. I look just like him, like his photocopy, like literally, like. And he women love him, so I got a good chance to look like him when I get like on my 50s and 60s, so I'm good.
All right now.
So at least I know what my future look like. So like, do you think that overall, since Father's Day is coming, yo, do you think overall that you having a that stable home, your father and your mother at home, that help you to be the woman that you are right today?
I think my parents being together definitely has a huge influence on who I am now, but uh not in the way you would think per se. It was like I was that chick that watching my mom let my dad abuse her in the way that he did, and financially, emotionally, physically, whatever. I was like, I'm not about to be that chick.
Mhm.
So it influenced me to not want that in my life, if that makes sense.
Mm. No, it makes all the
So
sense because
whereas,
usually when you grow some like I usually
what
when
was the last
especially for
one? Did I
example
ever talk to him about what?
okay, this is my hunger Luke Casey. Did you ever talk to him about the
Oh
extra?
yeah,
He having a side piece.
we
What was his answer?
actually almost got into a physical altercation about it because um we found out that one of his hoes had been in my mama's house. And so I went to him and I
Damn,
was
Papa
like,
was
"You break."
reckless.
Oh yeah, but like a woman walked up to my mom that my mom knew and said that my mom hadn't seen in like 8 years. And the woman said to my mom, "You're leaving town tomorrow, right?" And my mom was like,
How you know?
"Yeah." And she was like, "I know every time you leave town."
You see, man, this is what I hate side pieces, man. Like, why she feel the need to do that,
That
yo?
wasn't the
Why?
side piece. That was the side piece cousin.
Even worse. I hate those, man. They need to mind their goddamn business, yo. They wanted to
Why?
break your home.
My mom
They
needed to
want
know that this hoe was rolling up in her house.
Nah, man. She wanted to break that home so she can slide in and take your daddy away. That's
Well,
exactly what it was.
she said that she said that she had told God if she ever ran into my mama, she was gonna tell her what she knew, and she ran into it, so she told her. And uh, so I went to my dad, and I was like, these were my words. I said, "You're breaking
How
all
old
the
you
player
were first
rules."
before you continue? How old you were when you like pushed the
I
line
was
against
what?
your dad? How old you were when you had that talk with your father?
I was in my 30s, early 30s, maybe.
Oh, so you're a grown woman, yo. So you
I was
married with
grown.
kids at this point? Yeah, you already
Yeah,
had a couple kids at this point.
all of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Then what? How
Yeah.
that went?
So I told him, I said, "You're breaking all the player rules." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Your hoe should never even know where your wife lays her head. You definitely don't
That's a
bring your
fact.
hoe into your wife's house." And he told me to mind my business. I said, "I minded my business when you kept your hoe in the streets, but when you brought your hoe into my mother's house, you disrespected my mother in ways that are unforgivable. Don't bring your hoe back to my mama's house." And he was like, "You need to mind your business, you need
Well,
to mind your business." And then he stood up like he was gonna do
technically,
something.
yeah, technically he was right. You his
Oh
kid,
yeah,
so
he
you
was
shouldn't be
right, but
questioning
I
him.
don't care. Keep
Jesus
your hoe out
Christ.
my mama house.
Eh, Did your
You
mama
keep your
press you
hoe in the
about it?
streets. That's where she's supposed to be.
Yeah, she get hotel dick. I don't know why your dad. That's where he messed up at bringing her out the
He didn't
crib.
even pay the bills. You bring it up in the house, you
Mm-mm-mm.
don't even pay the bills in?
Man, don't listen. You ain't gonna hate on that man today. With Father's Day, 2 days from now, he was a good man as far as I know. Don't ever say nothing bad about that man. You understand?
What's that?
We celebrate. We celebrating men over here.
Oh, now I celebrate the hell out of my husband's Father's Day.
What you doing for the man?
Um, well, I bought him a gas powered 20-inch chainsaw, and which he wanted. Um, but he didn't know I was getting it for him. But he knows now. He already got it, and because FedEx fucked up the delivery. So, but
Y'all 29 years
uh,
married, so it ain't no more surprises. Ain't no more
look, I be
surprises
trying to
after that.
plan stuff. It should have
Mhm.
been delivered while he was out of town. It came when he came back.
Do you know what the four boys getting? Oh, this is gonna be a surprise.
What's that?
Your four boys, what they getting? What they giving him?
They actually, everybody pooled money and bought this chainsaw.
Oh, that got to be some expensive
Yeah,
shit then.
yeah. Oh yeah. And so then, um, I also, of course, I'm cooking brunch and serving breakfast in bed
Mm.
and dinner
Butt
and
naked in the
whatever he
farm.
wants. Say it again.
Butt naked in the farm.
Oh hell yeah! I gotta serve breakfast, but nigga.
Yo, oh man,
Is there
yo, this
another
is
way to serve breakfast in bed?
no, but you're gonna be at your actual house or at the farm.
We're gonna be at the farm.
So from what you're telling me, y'all be. But what about the sons? Your sons coming over there, or they just
No, 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 no. They don't live here.
what they do? You don't mind me to ask you?
Say it again.
Where your sons live at? If they don't mind me to ask you.
They're in Charlotte, so we'll see them on
Oh,
Monday.
okay, yeah. So like raising four kids, like how that was. You your four boys. That got to be tough because you ain't had no. I know. I'm pretty sure you wanted a little girl at some point. You keep having boys.
No, actually, I didn't want a girl. There was
Why?
a short time period where I wanted a girl, and in hindsight, I would have loved to see my husband raise a girl because I think he would
Yeah.
have been an awesome girl dad. But he's been so amazing with our sons that I couldn't ask for anything more. Did I get therapy for the trauma with my dad?
Yeah.
Nah, I process shit. I'm good.
You see,
I
and
don't
that
hold shit in. I think the problem that most people have is they don't express themselves. They don't get shit off their chest. I say what I'm thinking. I don't hold stuff in and let it eat away at me. I don't have time for that.
and that's what I always tell people, man. Like people, especially when we're on the internet. Like I know some people that need therapy and stuff like that, but there's some people that been through some hard shit. They just fine. You know what I mean? Because they know how to separate this situation from this situation, and they just, you know what I mean. I'm probably, I don't think I need therapy for nothing. I've seen some shit. I have seen some crazy shit. Yo, you know what I
Right.
mean. It just
Oh, yeah.
it just ain't. But it's also it's the other side of the coin. It's some people that they don't know how to react to so stressful situations, and they need to go talk to people. You know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
In your case, I mean, like you say, did you talk about going to? You say it was for one point that you was gonna call it a quit with your husband. What year was it?
Which year? It
How
happened
many
more
times
than
was
once.
it? Two, three times, or something like that?
Um, Let me see. The first one would have been 95, which was the year after we got married. Um, Let me see. The next one, probably around 2000. And then the next one was around 2010.
2010. So that was 12 years ago, and he just grabbed his shit and like, yo, I'm out. He went to spend the night at the hotel or something.
No, well, we had a condo, and
Hmm.
so he took off there and went there once. Let me see. No, it's never been a hotel thing. I've gone to a girlfriend's house for a couple of days to clear my head. We've slept in separate bedrooms. That didn't really last because I go into the guest bedroom, he followed me. So
How many
it was
days
like,
lasted?
oh, huh?
How many days it lasted? The whole being mad at each other, sleeping in separate bedrooms.
I think he left me in there for one day. He
Oh
was
man, that, that
behind me.
was that was a shit. 24
Yeah,
hours?
probably.
Y'all
Yeah.
couldn't stay off each other, huh?
I was like, get out, but he wouldn't leave. So if I'm sleeping in there, he's sleeping in there. So
This is my fucking house, shit. You ain't gonna tell me.
yeah.
I ain't gonna sleep on that couch.
But I would go sleep on the couch. I had
Hey,
no
wow.
problem with sleeping on the couch.
You see, this is what me and you gonna fight because if I ask him the question, I'm pretty sure he got a completely different story. He probably, yeah, man, she was on top of me. She came and sleep in my room.
No, he
So I
wouldn't
wouldn't
tell
even
you
ask
that.
you what I had to do.
I promise you he wouldn't tell you that. No,
Y'all
no,
women are expert at trying to flip the situation,
no. See,
make
first of all,
yourself look
let's
real good.
establish I love sleeping on the sofa. I don't know.
See,
It's
my neck,
comfortable
my
for
neck.
me.
You know what's crazy? Now I be sleeping on in the couch all the time, yo. I fall asleep here all day long.
Right.
But your neck
So
messed up,
yeah.
man. That should fuck your neck up.
No, not if you do it right.
Mm. So I guess what? Getting back to sleeping together, if it's the situation, y'all went to therapy. Did you ever went to therapy?
We went to therapy the last time. So at that
Well,
12-year mark, we
how
went
many
to
sessions?
therapy. About 10, 12.
Was it a woman therapist or was it a man?
Mm-hmm. Female.
Yeah. I bet she signed up with you.
No, actually, let me tell you what she never charged us. I kept trying to, because I didn't want this
What?
bill piling up, right? So I kept going, are you gonna mail me a bill or what? She was like,
What's
don't
the
worry about it.
catch?
We'll talk about it later. Huh?
What's the catch? Like, why she never charge you?
Well, she thought we were the most dynamic couple she had ever met. I think she was writing a book about us. She thought we
Oh,
were interesting. So she never seen anything like us.
that's man. How much you think that bill would have been? At least what, 3 or 4 bands?
Say it again. We what?
How,
Hold
how
on.
much do you think? How much?
Hold on.
How much?
Hold on 1 second. Okay. You need me to move the truck? Okay. Okay. He was
See
talking to
how,
me. Sorry.
y-
What'd you
yeah,
say
you
now?
see how submissive. You see, do y'all notice how submissive she sound? Hi, baby. Like her voice real low, sensual. Do y'all took notice of that? Y'all need to learn that. Y'all need to learn how to be. Let me include. Oh, this is your old partner right here. Look at him.
What's up, Great Bill?
Oh, partner, we still partners. What are you talking about? She
No,
ain't
she
going
forgot
nowhere
about
yet.
us, man.
No,
She
I've been
was.
out. No. We
I was
always
trying
been
to get
kept
on
in touch.
Tuesday.
Me and Kate always been on touch in
Oh,
touch.
for real? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I guess I'm the admin now. I guess.
yeah. You the side piece.
Uh,
Hold on.
Yeah. That's pretty much what's going on, Dust.
What's good?
Not much.
Yeah,
No,
but look, I don't know
Chilling,
how long
chilling.
you been keeping up with the little Kay telling her life story. Yo, this is a beautiful story. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
no,
She
I
been
just
Yeah,
married
I've been
29
telling my
years.
life story, haven't I?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a
I just
beautiful
came
thing.
in, but can I say this real
Hold
quick?
on one
My
second. Let
bad,
me
bro.
finish.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Like it's a beautiful thing because women like Kay, in my opinion, should be the loudest one. I don't talk about ghetto loud. I'm talking about you should be having a channel out there. I think people should kind of like follow your footsteps. You can actually give real advice to these women out here. You marry, you know what it takes to be married. You got 4 kids, and you and your husband are very successful. Look at you. Y'all bought a 50 acre goddamn farm and shit like that. Y'all got businesses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing, yo. And instead, this is the type of stuff I like to speak on instead of talking about that gossip bullshit. But hey, we got to do what we got to do, I guess. We got to follow the trend in order to get some views. But this is the shit
Right,
that matters
right.
right here. This is the shit that matters right here for real. Real people, real life stories. Go ahead, Great Pill. What you was gonna say,
Oh no,
boss?
well, you said it perfectly, bro, and that's pretty much like that's the main reason. Like I said, me and her always kept in touch, and just her vibes, other stuff that back in, that's pretty much her business. But that's the main reason why I try to keep in touch with genuine, authentic people, not ghosters, wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, and those are people like I like to gravitate to, and and that's why I reached out to her, just because she was telling me her days she was free and available, and I said that's something I can work with. And I have to apologize to you because I had bad weather on my end, so that's pretty much where it hindered me from reaching out. He's like, I give up. So I was like, maybe she don't understand DMs and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that was mostly the main reason why I reached out to her, so she could be more part of the Great Pill podcast, to have those conversations, to give that perspective, and just be more relevant, because I like her presence. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part-time and just come on and see K when I can see it, but like make it a annual thing, because those people, that's what we want to hear from. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, K. Like, really.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a
And I
beautiful
promise
soul
you
right
I'm
here.
gonna make it on. I promise you.
No
Yeah.
problem.
I
I fall
tried
in love.
Tuesday and I was like, what's
I
going
know that
on?
was on me. That's
Yeah,
all my fault. I'm gonna take a whole responsibility. Man, take accountability. Man, take accountability.
I
yeah,
can do.
man. My man does to scare, man. What's good, family?
It was good. Killer K coming through thigh to the BN.
Bien. Yo, first of all, man, thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate the support, bro. What do you have to say? Is my homegirl Kate over here? I don't know if you're familiar with her.
Hey, how
So
you
it's
doing,
good
K?
people right here. Great
How
people
you
right here.
doing?
Yeah, I just popped over. Actually, me and Great Pill just popped over for another panel. Just came over to
Mm.
show some love. But if
Oh,
you're married, yeah, if you're married and got everything going, hey, share your story. Pull a couple of these women who's out there on the bad track, the ones who are willing to listen. Hey, tell them something, because it's not looking too good out here. It's
It's really not.
It's rough on them streets.
mhm.
And
Rough.
I had
And
bad enough that I have to tell you the ones that are willing to listen, because you already know most of them won't listen.
I mean, we already know that
But the men are
you
here.
you 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 look you gotta get percentage. You know what I mean? If 30 people listen, two of them will follow will follow the advice, and that's all it matters. If as long as one person follow the advice, that's all it matters. She did her job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't drag everybody.
Yeah.
I need to know from you, man. What do you think about what was? I'm gonna start with a great pill. What was your do you grow with your father?
Unfortunately, no. Single mother household.
So
Wasn't the lucky one.
so you didn't celebrating Father's Day then, right? I
I
mean, you
mean, I
know who your
celebrate.
father is, right?
Yeah, I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? He passed away wow, when I was like 23,
Sorry to hear that.
24. Yeah, my mom actually reached out to me, told me about it. She still played a part, like, hey, this is the kid's father. Get a ticket for you if you want to go to the funeral, this, that, third. I was just that guy, like, nah, because you was the mom and the dad, and I just never knew of him, so I just didn't really care. That was just my attitude, young. And my brother and sister knew of it, was there at the time, so they went down to the funeral, pay respects. When I got older, like I said, I had male role models in my life, uncles, cousins, a knucklehead boss that was a mentor of mine. And then that was it. And then, of course, when I got older, I was babysitting. I'm the uncle, I'm the great uncle. Somehow I don't ask for it, but now I guess I'm a mentor to some other people. And then even on platforms like yourselves, Poppy, people watching you say, hey, what's this guy going to say next, or what this woman going to say next? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to. That's, to me, it's like, it's exciting and scary, because I don't want to steer my subscribers and viewers wrong. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to give advice, I'm gonna make sure it's the best advice I can give. Try to be with positivity on it, and definitely, because again, I don't have all the degrees. I have shrinks on, doctors, lawyers, nurses, army guys, veterans, people like yourself, probably travel around the world. So I have y'all guys on to give those perspectives, so they can have a better outlet to say, hey, it's not just one way. It's more than. I'm big on options.
Yeah, man. Thank you for your info, bro. I appreciate you. What about you, Dusty? Like, do you grow up with your father?
Yeah, I grew up. I don't know. I kind of say it's like almost depressing
Hmm.
that it's almost like a question, or it's automatically assumed in regular conversation with strangers. well, what's your mama think about? I'm like, why didn't you ask about my father? Like it's automatically assumed that there's a black man standing over there. He ain't got no daddy, and the mama
Yeah.
take off. No, I grew up. My parents had me. They were 17. They had my brother at 17 and 19. They got married. They stayed married. They've been married since 76. My mom never called the system on my dad. I never seen a lot of this funny stuff. The stuff that they're doing out here now, I didn't
Yeah.
see that at home. My sister got married. I was 20. She was 22. He was 21. They were married. They stayed married. They've been married since 01. 3 kids. She never called the system. They don't get on YouTube blasting husband. All the stuff that they're doing now, I didn't see that. So it's
I have a
like, this is
question.
stuff that you just don't do.
When you say call the system, what are you referring to?
I didn't grow up watching arguments of we're going to get divorced, or I'm going to leave you and take half, or my dad sneaking out 3 a.m, jumping out of windows to go cheat.
Or the cops being called.
Yeah, I didn't grow up around that. My next door neighbors and all through the neighborhood, and the neighborhood was black. There were married couples. There were 2-car garages and green grass. Now, there's some dustos in the neighborhood. I mean, let's be real. But overall, that wasn't what you did in that neighborhood. And you see some funny stuff because, I mean, people are people. But in my mind, this is just stuff that you don't do. And it's stuff that you don't want, and it's ways that you don't act. That's what I saw. Then I come out here to go try to date and marry and live, and I see everybody doing the exact opposite. Almost traumatizing. And now it's become the norm. And I don't know. I'm just thankful my father was there, and I'm thankful that because every marriage is tested. I'm thankful that when the marriage was tested, my mother and father decided to work it out. Because I don't know, we could have this guy over. I mean, this guy, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You could have this guy what?
Dusty guy of the universe. We could have been like him. I don't know.
Dusty guy. I'm not the dusty. I'm the master of the universe. Understand that.
You're the master of the dust.
It's my bad, boy. My Dre, how you doing, family?
I'm doing all right. He's gonna scale like spends way more time in the dustosphere than all of us combined.
Hey, my girl, I want
like
you to meet my homegirl. This
hey,
my
Kay, how
homegirl
you doing?
right here, man. She's great people, man.
Yeah, scam like he's over in the dustosphere, watching people like a scientist studying an experiment, a social experiment or something. How you doing, Kay?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, my Dre, I would like to ask you a question, man. How was it growing up? Did you grow up with your father?
I did.
How was growing up? Father's Day is 2 days from now, man. How was it growing up with your father?
It was fine. It was all I knew. All my cousins, well, most of my cousins grew up with their father as well, with both parents in the house. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the only thing in my family, for the most part, that broke up a marriage was death. You know what I'm saying? Divorce wasn't really a thing on both sides of the family. Hey, Luke Hazley, how you doing? I missed you Wednesday. But yeah, it was till death do you part on both sides of my family, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's all I knew, and it was fantastic. I didn't know. I had friends that grew up with single mothers, and they kind of learned from myself and my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like they come around and ask my dad questions and stuff like that. Hey, Gail. Yeah, and so it was fun. And my dad, he would teach, like this whole thing. I was talking to another content creator. I think I'm talking about the same individual that Angelus was talking about a little while ago. But I said, "Do you know how to fish, hunt? No. You know how to change a flat tire. You know how to change oil and how to do this, that, and the other." I was just asking him general questions, right? He's like, "No, I don't know how to do none of that." I said, See, this is the importance of having a father in the house.
Yes.
So you can learn things like that, like how to change brake pads and change a battery out of the car. I mean, something's when you look at it, it's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? But you got people who look at it and they'll still just have no clue what to do because they're afraid of messing something up. But it's important, man. I mean,
yeah, I was gonna go ahead and cover all the topics and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what, man? It's Friday. Father's Day is around. We barely get love. We fathers don't get love in these streets, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
let me show all my fellow fathers that are fathers and the ones that have good daddies in their home, showing some love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like for example, like I said this earlier, I don't know if you was listening, but I repeat it one more time real quick. Like in my family, the men in my family, they're treated like king every day. You know what I mean? They're like their women treats them right. Like um like my uncles, my grandparents, you know what I mean? Like everything is done when they come home. We don't if they don't eat, we don't eat. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of rule. That's one thing I hate about staying at my grandma's house. Like you my grandpa came home at 11 at night, we would have to wait until 11 at night to get our goddamn plates.
So so nobody ate until Grandpa got home.
Nobody. Grandpa was getting the big piece of chicken, and we have to wait until the master of the house. He was like our guy pretty much. If you bro, if you ever came to my house to a family reunion, you would think this guy's like the king of Samunda, some shit like that, bro. You know what I mean? Straight up. And then my aunties, I got like from my father's side, from my father's side, I got 13 uncles and aunties, 9 uncles, 4 aunties. The girls in the family do that for their husband, and my uncles, their wife that they got, they do that for them. You know what I mean? So I think, and I always sit back and think about it. Like, yo, I know it's a cultural thing because even though that I'm black, I wasn't born here. You know what I mean? So I come from a whole different cultural side.
Yeah. Down to South America. Yeah, the South American
It's
culture is way different. Like you're right. The men down there, they do get treated with reverence and respect down there, man. If they're married, yeah, the man of the house is the man of the house.
yes.
It was the same way in
Hmm.
Venezuela. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I've been there
It's
too.
yeah, it's the same way in Venezuela. I mean, the
Mhm.
father is the father, especially if he's a father. Oh yeah, he's honored. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
the thing that kills me is out here is pretty much, like, especially now that we like involved into this YouTube stuff right now. All you hear is, "Oh, if he made the right amount of money, he can get submission. Oh, if he made 500,000, he can get all of that." I'm like, yo, that's not how that is, bro.
mm-mm.
That's
Because
YouTube talking points
when my
anyway.
grandma got with my grandpa, is they ain't had nothing. They'll build
He froze.
Did he freeze up or is it okay? It was him.
I think he's froze.
Yeah, but to your point, Scam likely, you're right. But here's the thing: there are YouTube talking points, but at the same time, you do see it in everyday. You do meet women like that though. I
Yeah.
have.
Well,
I've met women who thought that way. They're like, well, you don't have this amount of money. I'm like, how do you know I don't? Look at
yeah.
the way you dress. I'm like, what do I care?
Ask him
You
to see
don't
their cell
have their
phone.
clothes.
Here's the thing: ask them to see their cell phone and talk about their last three or five boyfriends. Dusto Jenkins, Del Quan, Trey Loke, Raw Dog Ronnie,
Trey
and
Loke.
Trey Money.
Trey Loke.
But you got to make 500,000 a year. At the end of the
Yeah, but
day,
I gotta make
yeah,
500 grand a year.
yeah, it's just games.
And my thing is this: if I made 500 grand a
Hey,
year,
Great Pill, you muted.
yeah, you're muted.
I'm sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
was just saying in reality, you know that's not gonna happen. Poppy's gonna come back, but you know in
Gotcha.
reality that's not gonna happen. If Mandrell's dating somebody like that, and he actually, first of all, he's not gonna ask a woman, but if he ever you do, if she's giving those demands, and he say, hey, well, let me see your phone, then she's gonna feel insulted. But you already know you insulted me first.
Yeah,
Right,
I'll trade you my W-2s for your cell phone.
right. And here's the Great Pill. Here's the thing. No kidding. Kate, tell me if I don't need a woman's perspective on this. Tell me if I'm wrong for this, okay? I went on a few dates with this one woman, right? Everything seemed to be going okay, but there are certain things about it I was like, you know. So we were talking one day, and we were talking about marriage and what that looks like. And so she tells me, well, I want him to. She said it's important for her that the guy she marries makes more money than her. I said, why is that so important? She said, because when we have a baby, I want to take time off my job and bond with my baby. I said, well, I want to bond with my baby too, but I can't do that because I have to work, right? Yeah. I said, okay, you say you want it's a partnership to you, because she also said that marriage is a partnership. Okay, then why can't I take time off my job and bond with the baby? She said, well, because that's what the woman does. I said, okay, cool. Riddle me this. If I'm the only one working, that means I have to pay all the bills of the house. I have to pay car note and insurance for both of us. I have to pick up your bills, meaning if you got student loan debt, that's got to get paid. So I got to pay that too. I got to buy groceries for everybody. You want to go on family trips too? You want to do all that? Yeah. Okay, I got to pay for all of that, right? I have to pay all my bills and yours and whatever debt we incur together. So if I can afford to do all of that by myself, why do I need you?
Pretty much.
Hold on. Let this Kay. This is a question he was asking Kay. So let Kay respond.
Yeah, it was crickets after that, Kate. Now, was I wrong for asking that question? Was I right? What do you think of that question in general?
Yeah, I'm about to slide off. Just came by
Alright,
to
Dust
Poppy some love. You'll see me
All
out
right,
here
Scott,
next
man. I
week.
appreciate you, family.
Dust on, dust on.
And
Yes, sir.
what was
Yeah,
the
see,
question exactly?
I see you in the dustathon tonight.
She said,
Yeah,
"What was your question? What was your question
was,
exactly?"
what do you think of that question? I was told that I was wrong for asking that question. I don't think so, though.
Well, first of all, when you have a partner, your partner is supposed to add value to your life, but that's not necessarily monetarily. You know, it doesn't have to be a monetary value. If you don't see the value in the person outside of finances, then you shouldn't be with them.
Right.
So if
But
all you're looking at, and this goes both ways, if all you're looking at, male or female, is what can you financially bring to the table, then that's not who you're supposed to be with.
right.
If my value only extends to my pocket.
Well, the thing is, I had her. She was one of those people. She was adamant about the guy having to make more money than her. Has to.
Right.
And she said, "Well, I'll take care of the house. I'll cook and clean." I said, "I can't give you credit for that." She said, "Why? I live there too, which means I also have to cook and clean sometimes. I have to cut the grass. I have to pressure wash the house. I mean,
it depends on your values as to what matters to you or what you saw growing up. What I wanted was to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. But at the same time, because I'd always been so independent prior to that, because my parents didn't have any money, I worked since I was 12. So I've always had an income, and I'm so used to doing everything for myself, including school clothes, school supplies, and all that kind of stuff. It was hard for me to give that up to stay at home with my children. But at the same time, I didn't want someone else watching my children. So, early on, he was like, "No, I don't want you to work." And I was like, "Well, okay." But then periodically I would, because I was like, "Okay, I got to get out of this house. I get away from these kids.
right?
I need to work." But my value to the relationship was never what I could bring in financially. Now, financially, what I do bring in, regardless of whether or not I'm working, because I've always got an income, but what I've always brought into the household was financial responsibility. I've always been really good with money. And if I wasn't the way that I am, we wouldn't be where we are, regardless of whether or not I work. So I contribute in so many other ways. And the biggest contribution I make to this household every single day is I am my husband's peace. I believe that when he comes home, and right now he works from home and he works in the office, so it goes both ways, but whether he's out of the house or in the house, he wants for absolutely nothing. I cater to him 24/7. I do it happily because I want to. Okay. But because he's also providing an atmosphere where I can do that. So there's so much more you can bring to a relationship than money. There's been times where he didn't work and I was the only person working, and I was fine with that too. But he had to bring in his part of the deal at that point. We're supposed to be partners in this relationship. So if financially he's in a rough spot, then I'm supposed to pick up that slack. If financially I'm in a rough spot, he's supposed to pick up that slack. So we're supposed to be each other's other half, literally.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the way. That's the thing is, that's why I look at it. If something goes wrong and I can't bring in the income that I used to, you might have to pick up, a part-time job or something like that. If that's the case, you shouldn't have a problem with that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's called having a guy's back too. The problem is people have a problem with words, and I don't know what the problem is. If you're in marriage, let's be honest, it's a partnership. You're building
It
a
is a
family
partnership.
together.
Yeah, but I think, and this is just me adding context to the part what you said, because you was, from what I'm hearing, that you was leading up toward that. Y'all was having the conversations before y'all actually, had the title husband and wife. So, and Kay could chime in this one, because again, I don't know if you know Kay good enough, but she actually had these talking points about relationships, sex, advice, all that good stuff, right? So I think it got to be those conversations, but understand it. Even yourself, you're human like I'm human. I might not understand those conversations or those talking points, because I even said to myself, I don't understand womanese. So let me talk to my woman to the point where even if I'm like, dang, she's annoying the hell out of me, she's a nagging the F out of me. But if she still bring me my peace at home, and even when I'm not home, the bare minimum I can do is just hear her out so I can try to get to understand her. You know what I'm saying? So let's say for example, now your part, I am that breadwinner and I did that talking point you said. I may not gave it so much in depth conversation, but I would have had her understand too, like, hey, it may be understanding where, remember, I'm human too, babe. So if I might get sick, I might be hurt, I might be injured. So what did that look for you and us in this relationship? Because you might have to work, or we might have to draw from our because again, she was working before she met you, or she might be working before she met me. So I didn't meet her, because even those spaces I find is weird. I just can't come up and just say I want a housewife. She wasn't just born a housewife. You know what I'm saying? Clearly she was working. Clearly she has some kind of debt. Clearly she has some kind of credit she's working on. So when she met me, she was independent before she met me. So you got two independent people on both sides of their own field, on both sides of their fences. Grass is green from what they see. So let's come together and try to slowly work and build that fence down so we can make your yard, my yard, our yard. So it's going to be a lot of conversation, a lot of compromising, a lot of anything. You know what? And I could just bring up some petty stuff.
Right.
And when I mean petty, like, hey, the side of her bed, she might not like sleeping on the side of bed. She might sleep on my side, like dumb stuff like that. People get, for some reason, people get offended, but it comes to that the bigger picture. Is it worth it? Like, am I going to argue? Is it worth the argument if I know a quote unquote somebody like Kay's worth, a woman like that, a wife like that, or the potential of being a wife like that is going to set me back? You know what I'm saying? Because of my feelings or because of my pride. No, let me sit there and have those tough conversations. Those conversations are going to be done in 30 minutes. It might be a conversation to a back and forth for that night. And then guess what? The next day, it might be, hey, well, you know what? Let's bring it back home on the weekend.
Yeah. See, I'm with you on that. And people get hung up on this whole thing, partnership. Guys are like some guys talk to me. They're like, yeah, we like your sister, but there's a problem. I said, what's the problem? She wants a partnership. I said, well, every relationship is a partnership. No, it isn't. I said, yes. Let's say you're a guy on your purpose, right? Heading in this direction. She joins you and follows your leadership and all that stuff, right? She's still a partner. How is she a partner? Because she's your partner helping you get to where you want to go. She's doing other things to take the load off, which makes it easier for you to head up that hill. You know what I'm saying? So she is your partner by definition.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
But
agree with that though.
people don't like that title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I don't.
she's taking things off of you, some of the load off of you. Like say you have kids and she is a stay-at-home wife. Fine. She's taking the most of the load of having kids, of you taking care of the kids off your back. She's at home taking care of the children, educating them if they're homeschooled or whatever the case may be, cleaning the house while you're away, so you don't have to worry about coming home to a dirty house. You know what I mean? That's one thing you don't have to worry about. Kids, another thing you ain't got to worry about. So yeah, she's helping you. That's a partner. That's what it is. I mean,
Me,
people can disagree all they want, but it's like that's what it is. That's
me
what it is, though.
personally, I don't like that term.
There
To be
you
honest
go. You
with
don't
the
like the
part,
term.
because that kind of, I'm telling you how I was raised. They, according to my family, tell me, yeah, your woman is your woman. She ain't your partner. You see what I'm saying? She's your woman. So she's supposed to kind of follow your lead. But then again, I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? But that's
No,
how I
you're
saw it
not.
work.
I'm saying
That's
the
the
same. I'm
way.
saying the same thing. I'm saying the same
That,
thing, Poppy. She's following your lead. She's letting you be the man of the house. All of that. It's just what I see people get hung up on is just the titles, the words. What's up, world class?
What's up with you, man,
You
Joe?
know
Good,
what?
brother.
How you doing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
family?
but what?
And
Yeah,
it
but
was-
would it be fair to say if I mean the same thing Poppy could say to you? Because if you're saying you get hung up on a ton of words, Poppy just said he don't like that word. You don't
Fair
like that
enough.
title.
I'll just call I'll just call it whatever he wants me to call it because we're saying this. My thing is, as long as we're getting the message, the rest doesn't really matter.
I think,
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's that'll be an upgrade. That's not like the standard issue thing for a wife is to be a partner.
I
Because
agree.
if you have a certain quality of woman that can handle her fiduciary responsibilities, then yeah, that's a partner. Because I can trust her to make decisions when I'm not there, versus running. When I say make decisions, not just make decisions, but come up with a whole game plan and be creative without having to tell me. That's what I hear when I think partner outside of what's popular today. So if she has an ingenuity, she has an innovation on her own to make long-term business decisions for the household, for whatever it is that we're building, cool, we'll upgrade you to partnership. But outside of that standard issue marriage or relationship is she's an associate. Pretty
Yeah,
I
much.
was just about to ask, what do you call it? You said she's an
and
associate.
the reason
Fair
what I
enough. If
just
all she, you're right, he got a good point.
yeah,
That's a good point. If she,
and the
If
reason
she
why,
if
Mandrell,
she
the
can
reason
make
why I kind of
decisions.
disagree with the partner thing is simple. Is because for me growing up and looking at my peoples, my grandpa, my uncles, and my father, and then there was no partnership. Whatever they say goes. You see what I'm saying? Now, obviously, the women have to trust that the man that they pick to be their husband gonna lead them to the right place. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So once that is out of the way, once this that I mean, it's obvious at this point because they married, they with each other, they got kids. So it's at that point it's obvious. So when the husband comes, like for example, when my grandpa used to be like, "Hey man, I'm ready to go buy me a farm," grandma wasn't going to say no. Grandma was like, "Okay, let's go take a look at it, baby. Hey, I'm ready to buy me that 18-wheeler joint, the Caterpillar joint." Grandma wasn't saying, "Hey, that's too much money." My grandpa wasn't having none of that. He was gonna do it anyway. You see what I'm saying? But my grandma Joe was for her to be there to kind of like support him no matter what route he was gonna go, no matter what route he was gonna go. You see what I'm saying? So pretty
gotcha.
much my grandma Joe was to pretty much like cater to him, do whatever. If he wanted to go on a trip, obviously he was gonna bring my grandma, and they got 13 kids, so they had to pack up my father and all the goddamn kids to go anywhere. You know what I mean? They couldn't go too
Right.
many places because ain't no car that can fucking feed 13 kids.
13 kids, yeah.
So everybody had to go to the house. Um, he just but that's different because I come from a different country. Even though that I got a dark skin, I'm a black man, I got a different culture. So when I came over here when I was little, over here is more independent. Over here is more like, you know what I mean? Like the women got like more like the women it's more like a equal kind of footing over here. You see what I'm saying?
They try to make it that. They try to make it that,
Exactly.
and that's where we go wrong.
Systematically, yeah, not in
Yeah,
Mm.
actuality, but do the
right.
system just let them make decisions that men would make without the logistics being considered.
Right.
And I believe that kind of messed up the home because now you start putting ideas in their head, and that's it create friction in your house. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, oh, I'm out of here. Next thing you know, that's why we got this high rate. Oh, this kid's growing. We had a father. You know what I mean? Like there is
Mhm.
nothing better that according to the articles and all that stuff that I read. I didn't believe this shit. 76% of the people that is in jail or prison come from a single parent home, bro.
Yes,
Yeah, they do.
Single.
yes.
Nearly
I
80%.
was like, I didn't, yo, and I was like, yo, this can't be true. I went and double checked. No, it was true, bro. It was
Yeah,
true.
man.
I'm like, yo, damn,
Guess
that's
what? You
crazy.
got these divestors and these black females defending this single mother shit, and there's no circumstances where it should be defended. It's
Mm-mm.
absolute chaos. It's absolute hell. The worst human being. I swear on my life, every killer, every dope boy I've ever met, every criminal I ever met in my life, especially in my generation, came out of a single mother household. 100%. My dad, tyrant from Detroit. We here in Baltimore. Single mother household. My older brother, murderer. Single mother household. Every single solitary dude that I know is a criminal come out of it is indefensible. It's nothing valuable about it. It never was and it never will be. And
Right. And
good.
I would say, and the sad part is when it comes to psychiatry and psychoanalysis, they can't even use that as a cause. It's a what do you call it?
Yeah.
It's associated. You know what I'm saying? Like single mother
Yeah.
coming from a single parent background is associated with criminal behavior. It's not
Mhm.
because you know there's more that goes into it, but at the same time, that cause is solid. Like
Yeah.
if someone comes the cause is solid.
It's consistent.
It is so consistent. And it's just it's not supposed to be this hard. It's really not. I mean, like the second I say one thing that you disagree with, you're ready to leave. All right, go.
Yeah, people don't
All
want
right,
to
go.
fight no more.
I'm like, all right, go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not mad? No. Why would I be mad at you? You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
okay, I
Your
got a
loss.
question for you, baby. Like, do you ever have to have your 4 kids by yourself for like a week or something?
Excuse me.
Can hear you. You mute.
I think you muted.
Yeah, you muted.
Nah, she unmuted.
She ain't mute. I can hear you, baby.
That's why she'll be backing out.
I think she in the middle of nowhere. She in the woods, so she probably can.
Try it
You're
again.
muted. Now
Try it
unmute
again.
yourself again.
I think she on a laptop.
No, she's from her
That's what she
phone.
on her phone.
Yeah,
She
on the
her phone.
top right corner, K, you see the 3 little dots. Press it, and it'll say from the internet, and then you're gonna refresh it. Yeah, you look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, damn, I'm smart. All right. On that note, I'm gonna tap out.
All right, great pill.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. Yeah, I'm finna get schooled by Poppy and the world class. They're teaching me something here.
That's what I'm saying. I already know how world class do. So he'll throw gems all day at you, man.
Yeah,
so
he will.
Ain't nothing I can do no more. You got it, world
Right.
noble. But yeah, man, great show. Everybody hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Like always, Poppy, if you don't mind, not for me, but give a plug to somebody else if you don't mind.
Go ahead, please do. Please do.
Robbie Player is going to be doing a stream. So anybody into to the boys that's premieres on prime time, we're going to be doing a stream on that one at 7:00. So I'm trying to get my little rest in, and before I refresh and jump on that one. So it's at 7:00. If anybody want to join in, that's within the hour. So
Do for your channel too, though.
Sure, thank you, man. The Great Pill Podcast tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. We have the men and the women co-ed where we have doing reactions and having good training conversations. Every Tuesday, one Tuesday, which will be next Tuesday, we have a men's panel. All men have the conversations. You could come on aboard, please. 7 p.m. Central, same time. And then the next Tuesday, we'll have all women, only women. Let them have their conversation, the good stuff. And so again, every Tuesday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, help us out. I really appreciate it. We're not greedy. We like the 500. Shoot for that 1K. All right. So thank y'all very much.
Always good seeing you, man. I appreciate you being here, brother.
Appreciate it always, man.
Yeah, always good to talk to you, Great Pill.
All right. Catch y'all later.
All right, great
All right,
people. Be safe.
All right.
So Noble,
What it is?
this whole thing with marriage. Now here's the thing. The operations that you speak of, I agree.
Mhm.
If all she's doing is cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, the domestic stuff, okay, how's that, Yeah. But if you can make investment choices,
Right.
and increase our holdings, our family holdings, things like that,
Right.
okay, now that's a different story. Now you're at a different tier here. Your utility is far beyond just domestic work.
Right.
And this is why I told this other chick I went on these few dates with. I was like, okay, I can't give you credit for cooking and cleaning. Why not? I live there too.
Right.
Which means I got to cook and clean sometimes too. I said, and chances are you don't cook better than I do.
Mm-hmm. And fellas, you
me
gotta
like-
help at the house.
She looked right. She looked at me like, what? I said, yeah, chances are you don't cook better than I do.
Yeah.
I said, and I said, cleaning, if it ain't disinfected, it ain't clean to me.
Yeah, if it ain't got no bleach, if it ain't bleached,
If it ain't bleached, it ain't clean. No. Okay. So, I said, yeah. So when it comes to certain things, listen, I'm gonna have to do some of that too. So how do you get credit for that?
Yeah.
I
So
can't-
all marriages are not equal. I think we keep
Yeah.
talking like they're equal, and they're not. I mean, because people come in with very distinct skills or deficits in terms of skills, and y'all use this betting word. I hate the word, but you have to do a qualifying process of like the first thing you need to understand, like even before you get into a relationship or just keep it dating where you know you hitting and quitting, pumping and dumping, is if she's not financially literate, that's not a wife. Because at her base job is to grow your bottom line, to increase your bottom line, to be getting 10 cents off an ounce per purchase, you know, stuff like that. Paying attention to the rate of inflation in your zip code, like stuff you'll never hear a so-called sister bring up ever. They're not going to bring that up unless that's her field. Like if she's not in 2022, if she's not financially literate, she's not a wife. Stop wasting your time. If you're not financially literate as a male, you're not a husband, because you're going to bring another child in and y'all going to put this baby at risk. Like what we need to start talking about is having funding for a child before we start fucking. Understand? If we talking marriage, because we can play, we know we can play. We can run around jumping out of women. We can play, but let's stop being specific because, and up, like what I said, I was on Dirty Folk show the other day, and I was like, what happens is we've been falling since 1960, right? So what happens is whatever the standard we should have jumped up to in 1960, we have to get to that. We can't just get back to 1960. We got to go back to whatever it is that we fell off of. So we have to change the language and change the conversation in terms of upping the ante. Stop financing children's lives, not just having Pampers and shit, but financing their lives for the next 25 years. A 25-year account to be able to pay for that baby's living experience. So if you don't have, if the chick is not financially literate in 2022, it's not possible. We can do tests. There's tests you can do. It's free YouTube. So you don't have no excuse. So I'm not making you a partner when you don't got partner ability. You don't understand what insurance we supposed to have. Not a partner. You just here. I get anybody to be here. I can get anybody. I don't need you to just be here. I don't need you to just be here making sounds. I don't need you to be here saying a bunch of fucking catchphrases. I don't need a bunch of catchphrases. I can watch TV for catchphrases.
Not making sounds.
Yeah, just making sounds. Like standing there being cute. You know what I'm saying? Like I can turn the radio on to hear a bunch of noise. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you parroting a bunch of stupid shit from some chicks that you know are jealous of or scared of their opinion. Like I don't like all that shit. And another thing, I just gotta get this off my chest. Stop listening to chicks talking to you about the bitch at work. If the bitch, you gonna bring her home for us to fuck, or she gonna be on the family? I don't talk to me about the bitch at work. You need to have fiduciary abilities. Fiduciary. Handle your financial responsibilities. I want a 6-figure nigga, this, that, and the third, but I don't hear fiduciary responsibilities coming out them little lips. So you're not a partner. You're just here. You know what I mean?
Wasting space and wasting money.
Facts.
See, I'm called wrong in these YouTube streets when I talk like this.
Oh.
Look, I need you to do more than look pretty. Okay, I need you to do something. You know what I'm saying? Can you help me run my business? Can you help me expand and grow my business? I just started 2 businesses. So people are like, what made you start these businesses? I said, listen, I've been working for the government the vast majority of my adult life since I was 25. Okay, 24, I think.
That's when you went full time in the military.
Yeah, and then when I got out, I did contract work for the military. Then after that, I did 2 contracts. And after that, I worked for DOD. So and then I stopped working because I noticed I was like, listen, I need a fucking break. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, mental health. When I noticed I had an issue, I said, my God, I got a problem, don't I? I need to go get help. Yeah. So I went and got screened. They said, yeah, you can benefit from our program. So thank you very much. Went home, typed up my notice, took it to work. That same day, when I got to my screen, I said, thank you very much. Went right home, typed up that notice. You know? So I mean, so now I'm looking at my, once you get time to stop moving and really look at things, you now see things. You see things you didn't notice. I was like, okay, I've been doing all this work and I ain't a millionaire yet.
Irritating.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, exactly. And then it runs through your mind is what you've been doing. Like the shit I've been doing. Are you serious?
Tripping.
Yeah, I'm like, they tripping. No, now it's time for me. So I was like, okay, what kind of business would I want to start? And first, let's look at business, because no one teaches you about business. School doesn't teach you about business. It doesn't teach you about money. It teaches you basics.
They
And
just
they
give
don't
you a
teach you about health.
certificate. They just give you a piece of paper, say that you just went there. To me, school and colleges teach you just how to take your time to get a piece of paper. That's it.
That's
You
it.
know, that's what they do now. But schools, you know, years ago, schools actually taught you some lifelong lessons. Things like, um, okay, so not just like home economics, but when you're talking about balancing the checkbook, like I noticed my kids were never taught in school how to address a letter. I mean, simple stuff
Yeah.
like that. When
Seriously?
Yeah.
yes, when they were sending, when it was time to send out their graduation
That was
notifications
elementary
and stuff like that,
school.
they did not know how to do that. They had never done it before. And I was like, really? They didn't teach y'all that in school? So I had to teach my kids a class, and I had to teach my kids how to write in cursive because the schools weren't teaching them. They
What are they
stopped
teaching?
teaching. They don't teach cursive anymore. It's
What
not
do they
required.
teach?
That's a part of fiduciary responsibilities to make
But
letterheads and
that's
send
first
letters.
grade. That's first or second
They do
grade.
not
One of the
teach it
two.
anymore. They
I've
do
been-
not teach cursive anymore.
I've been trying to tell y'all they started taking phonics out of the school system since 1929. They don't teach etymology, parsing, and syntax.
They do not. They don't even teach spelling, like you said, phonics. They want
They
you
don't
to
teach
pronounce it out and spell it the best you can, and then of course you're using some type of device, so it's going to correct you. So the
Oh,
kids never have to learn.
stop.
If you start reading those social media posts, you'll start seeing these kids literally do not know how to spell anything.
They're literally creating idiots right in front of our
Yes.
faces.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right
I
in
got
front of our
people-
faces. They're creating idiots.
That's what you
But-
gotta like. You gotta pretty much. Me personally, with mine, I sit down and teach. I'm blessed that I got some smart ass kids. You see what I'm saying? So, but I still sit down and teach them stuff because you pretty much nowadays you have to sit down and do it yourself. It's no way around it, bro.
You want it
Yeah.
No way
done.
around it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I go over my
Because
home.
you know
my
what they
son-
do now, Mandrell?
I
You know what they
didn't know
do?
that.
Everything's on the computer. Like for example, if you're in
And
New
you got
York,
spell check.
in Jersey, they
Mhm.
give you laptops now. So this is what the school do. The school gonna cut to me the parent, right? They're gonna tell me you gotta sign all this paper. We're gonna give you this fucking MacBook Pro computer, and you gotta pay us like $50 a month, something like that. So all the homework they send it to
Oh,
the
they can be
computer.
free here.
Yeah, you want to say, okay?
It's free here. They don't pay for it.
No, hell no, you gotta pay for those, and then you have to return that at the end of the year with the option for you to buy.
Huh.
Yeah, just give us like $800. So at the time that you 3-4 years went, they
$800.
already
I give you $50 a month.
Is this
Yeah.
was this COVID related, Poppy? Or this
no,
was,
it's been like
this
that forever. The reason I even found out because my little cousin's going to school in Jersey, and that's how I found out. I'm like, yo, the laptop is nice, a MacBook Pro. It's an Apple joint. Oh, we gotta pay $50 a month. My auntie told me. I'm like, for real? And then if you got 3-4 kids, that means that's like 200.
Is it like a tutor program
This is-
associated with it?
No,
it
this is the
No.
public school, bro.
That's
This
what
is
they
a
do
public
their
school.
schoolwork
Wow.
on. That's
Wow.
how they do in their assignments, and that's really sad for the kids that don't. A lot of poor people can't afford $50 a month for one kid.
No,
Damn
but-
sure can't afford it for 3 or 4.
Because niggas can't keep their phone on.
So guess what?
Right.
What's going on now? So the kid got a computer. What the kid gonna do with that computer all day? Play games.
Break it.
Be on YouTube.
Play games and watch porn.
Spill juice on
Exactly,
it.
man. Even though that the thing come block and everything, but they think kids are smart as hell. They can go ahead and block all the channels that they need to go to.
Jesus, I didn't know it was this bad, man. No wonder so many people are homeschooling their kids.
Yeah, man, I've been screaming for the last 8 years to homeschool children, man, and whatever you got to do because they're not teaching. You don't learn. They didn't teach they don't teach etymology, parsing, and syntax, which is 4th to 6th grade grammar. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows what words mean. Nobody understands what parse is, which is part of speech. Nobody understands syntax, which is sentence structure. Nobody understands these things, and it applies when you go to contracts. It applies in law very thoroughly, and like the legalese that we be using, and that are all mostly in Latin. You don't know the denotative meaning of words. That's why I was on people about vetting. Vetting means to submit an animal to a veterinarian. That's what it means.
Yeah. This answers questions for me, right? Like when I do my show on Wednesday nights, right? And people hear me read my notes off. Like one person picked it up so far. Maybe 2. They're like, it reads like a military, like military. It's structured in military briefing order, right?
Mhm.
It reads off like a military briefing. Like if you're in a briefing and I'm just reading notes off. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, the syntax is. I mean, but
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no one knows how to do this. I mean,
Nobody understands it.
Bro.
I'm like,
I mean, don't
why
get me wrong.
yeah, I'm like, wait, why don't y'all understand? How do y'all
Don't
not
get me
know
wrong,
this?
Andreo. It's some kids that are gonna pick it up like this, smart as hell, but the
Yeah.
majority of kids they're not like that. You
I
see what
know
I'm
the
saying?
majority of them are not, but it's like that what makes it so difficult. That answers a lot because I find it difficult to communicate with people. I'm just like, boy, and I tell my sister this. I'm like, it feels like sometimes everybody's stupid except me.
No, man.
I don't
It's
know what it
just
is. I'm like, I don't know what
I,
it is.
I believe
I get
I
in trouble when
believe
I say
it's
that.
a system. The system do that on purpose, bro. Because
Everybody's like,
if
boy,
you, I believe it's
everybody's
because of the
stupid
system or the
except
district
me.
where you are, the district that you are is like, for example, I've been reading that they saying that the dumbest teachers they can find to the schools, to the neighborhood schools, stuff like
City
that.
schools,
The
right?
dumbest teachers. The same thing with the police. They send the dumbest ass police to the badass neighborhood because they know the one that conflict. Dumb people want to do dumb shit. That's how it is.
Bro, I
It's
had took a test to become a CEO. I think I was like 19 to 20. I got the highest score you could get. They denied me for the
oh you
psychological test. I got the highest score you can get. They denied me.
oh yeah they don't
They
they
ask
do
you
that for
more
jobs
questions and
too.
all that. They
They do
don't
that
want
for
people to
jobs too.
think.
They
I
don't want
heard from the
smart
people.
people to do that job.
Yeah,
Then
like people go like apply for jobs, they be like you overqualified. How the fuck you overqualified for a
Like, nigga, I
job?
need a
Yeah, I'm
job. I
applying
need a
yeah,
for
job.
it.
right.
I'm applying
The
for it.
theory behind that, the reason why they turn people away that are overqualified is because training costs money, and they don't believe that someone with these qualifications will stay with the company. So they don't want to pay to
That
train
makes sense.
you because it's a waste of money for the company.
That makes
Because
sense.
he's gonna leave at some point then, right?
Yeah, because they already know you're better than that.
That's the way the world nowadays, though. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, it costs more to hire than to fire. So they got to
Yeah,
train you in the cost. That makes sense.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, because still, though, man,
But
this
the
is
schools teach you compliance. They don't teach you how to learn.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And they don't teach you anything about money. They teach you nothing. Like I learned
Nothing.
how to balance a checkbook from my mother. I learned about credit from my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of
I
financial
learned
stuff.
how
I
to
learned.
balance a checkbook in school.
See that didn't come into high school when I took record keeping. But see, the reason why I
I
took record
learned in
keeping
middle.
is because I knew it would be easy because everything in record keeping, my mother already taught me because she worked at a bank. You know what I'm saying? So when I was 12, she was sitting there and listen, I'm gonna give you the X amount of dollars. We're gonna go to the bank and deposit it. We went to the bank, deposited the money, right? So it was like $200. So she got me my checkbook, opened up account, got me a checkbook, said, listen, this is how much you have. Now this column, these are columns, these are rows. You see the difference? Yes, ma'am. In this column, this is where you put this amount. And when you take this amount out of the check out of your account, this is where you put that down there and you do the math like this. It's simple addition and subtraction. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like she sat there and taught me that. I was like, okay. She's like, okay, and let's go over some examples. It was like she made me do it. Like I'm like, and then she started teaching me about credit and shit. And I'm just like, oh, well, that's easy. Yeah, it's just about discipline.
Yeah.
You can't overuse a credit card. You know what I
It's a
mean?
question, man. How do you
Oh,
feel for the people that got kids in here? How do you feel about homeschooling? If you have kids or you happen to have kids in the future,
I don't have any
they got
children, Luke
kids.
Casey. Yeah, I don't have any kids, Luke Casey. But when the day comes where I'm blessed to have them, I'm all for homeschooling kids. Either my kids are going to a private school where I approve of, or I'm homeschooling them.
I mean,
Uh,
I could go on a 5 hour rant about that. I'm going. Go ahead, Kay.
I'm not a huge fan of homeschooling.
Me neither.
Because I think kids need to develop social skills with other kids
Yeah.
in a challenging environment, and you're not going to get that at home. So I believe those kids always they may come up well education wise, but as far as being socially adaptable, I feel like they're going to be lacking a little bit. Even if they get out and play with other kids at other times, on the playground and stuff, is different in a classroom and a competitive environment. I think they do better. However, now that we have so many school shootings,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll probably, if my kids were of school age at this point, I would probably homeschool.
See,
Yeah, but this is the
that's my
thing right
thing.
here, though. This is the thing right here is that it's easier said than done because the reason what I say this, and please correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in here, not too many people can afford to homeschool the kids. That means one parent has to stay home. I don't know how the homeschool thing work, but I'm gonna assume that a grown up have to stay home. All I don't know if the rules change once the kid become like an 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I don't know if the kid can stay home alone. I mean, I was at home alone already when I was in the 8th, 9th grade because my mom had to go to work and stuff like that, so she couldn't afford to stay home. So I would like to know from Kay, like, you was a stay home wife, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, and you always send your kids to school.
I sent my kids to school, but most of the time I ended up there with them. I was a volunteer at the school, so I was at the
Oh,
school a lot while they were in elementary school. Um, my middle son was ADHD, so he was having some complications, and so I was at the school several days a week, 3 or 4 days a week, sitting in the classroom, volunteering, grading papers, stuff like that, but also supervising to make sure that he stayed in line. But he kind of outgrew it as far as the behavioral side in classes in middle school, so I didn't have to be there as much, but I would still pop in and I would still proctor for exams and stuff like that. But the teachers always knew how to get in touch with me. I was always around. As far as the expense of homeschooling, as far as do both parents need to be there, I know a lot of single parents that do it. And now they didn't start until their kids were in middle school and high school.
okay.
So they kind of had a little bit of freedom with being able to not be home 24/7
Oh, okay.
to watch the kids get their grades done. They're kind of timed, and a lot, you think about it, even during the pandemic, where a lot of kids were um, basically homeschooling, the parents, a lot of them still had to go to work.
Hmm.
So those kids had to do it by themselves during the day, and the parents just had to be on top of them to make sure they were getting their work done.
Since you already know about you was working at the school, quote unquote, like pretty much it was like the teacher's ace. That's how you call them,
A lot of
teacher's
teachers
assistant.
are pretty much unpaid.
Yeah. At what age a kid can stay pretty much at home by himself doing his own work? Like, is it an age specific, 12, 14, something like
Um,
that?
I think 12, but I think in the state of North Carolina, there is not an age limit. You can actually leave a child at home at 6, but I wouldn't advise it before
Yeah,
12.
yeah.
So, yeah, but I don't
What do you
think you
mean?
can.
We stay home that early.
Right, but nowadays that's not advised. These kids
Yeah.
get into too much.
You're gonna blow your goddamn house at 6 years old.
That part. They got access to way too much information now, and yeah, they'll get into
Mm.
some stuff. See, when we was home alone, we was watching cartoons and shit and not doing our homework. That was the worst case scenario. Now, yeah, somebody might get shot or your house
Mm.
might burn down
It's crazy, crazy times that we live at, man.
or someone will
Crazy
traffic
times.
the kid.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And do you think that the reason why is like the education level are lower is because how lazy people is nowadays? Because everything we do is through a smartphone now. So everything we're walking around with a computer. A smartphone is a computer.
Right.
So
We
do you
have
think that's
easy
one of the
access to
reasons?
too much information. I think that's a large part of it. Laziness is a part of it, but the other side of it, what we usually don't realize is that the schools have restricted the teachers from being creative in the classroom. You're constantly teaching towards the standardized tests instead of just teaching the subjects in general. You're teaching towards the standardized tests. And you have to stay on that focus throughout the school year because they need the kids to pass the standardized test with a certain level so they can keep their funding. So that's their focus year round, the standardized test at the end of the year. So it takes all creativity out of teaching, and teachers don't want to teach like that, but then how are they going to keep a job if they don't keep their kids up to par?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why again, that's why homeschooling is 10 times more important. Plus the socialized deal. children are learning more of their social skills from even from my generation, from TV. A lot of our slang come from TV, let alone now on social media. So children, especially toddlers, they don't really need to get their socialization from children. They need to get it from adults. So just like with anything else, if a guy's gonna get healthy, you need to change the whole entire structure. That's why I'm against the so-called nuclear family or the two-parent household when everybody knows we said it takes a village. So you would it's like two things that I always say. Who's the family CEO or CFO, and then who's the teacher? So if each person, each household, or each family or tribe, however you want to call it, designates a person to teach and finance that person one way or the other or both, then you will have a bunch of teachers teaching children or your bloodline home. Now, home just means not in school. That's all we mean. We just mean not in public school, which it will be a 24/7 learning experience. It's not just buying it to 8 hours so we don't have to squeeze you in and guide you towards a test. Like she just explained, the it's a conflict of interest taking your child there. They're not, you're taking, people will say, parents will say, I'm taking my child so they can learn. They're not going there to learn. They're going there to be able to fill out the paperwork to help the school qualify for funding. It's a conflict of interest. That's why we at Mandrill Gold, they don't teach you money because they don't teach, that has no use for the funding. I don't need to teach you that. Again, this country exists from colonization. The root word of colonize is colon. What does a colon do? A colon removes the shit that it can't use. So you being cognizant and you being competent is the shit that it can't use. I don't need you to be able to count my money. I don't need you to be able to count money. When you got a guy like Mark Zuckerberg who don't finish school, don't finish college, and creates a free product and become a billionaire, I don't need you to think like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I don't need you to think like that.
I don't need to think like that.
I don't need you to think like that. You being able to think is no incentive to me. So, either way, we have to start educating our children home. And I'm trying to teach adults about etymology, parsing, and syntax, because it even is math in it as well, because you have to read words. And then I'm trying to get adults to understand that there's 26 letters in the alphabet that we have. Each one of the letters has a meaning. And then the 5 vowels mean, vowel and vowel is the same thing. So they all mean the same thing. So every word is a paragraph. It's a lot going on that y'all have no idea. And it does apply in real life, especially in law. So
now you said the 5 vowels. You mentioned the 5 vowels, right?
A-E-I-O-U, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And sometimes why? Does that still apply in school? A-E-I-O-U are vowels. And sometimes why?
That's from that is from transliteration.
Okay, because in first grade, and we learned that now. Why is a vowel sometimes?
Yeah, but that's
depending on when it's used.
Yeah, that's because of transliteration from some Latin languages and like French and shit. Like,
okay, fair enough. Because they taking cursive right now. Like, how are people gonna learn to write then?
Oh, bro.
I'm like, he said they take all this stuff out of school.
Digital signatures.
Writing in cursive fires off a minimum of 2,000 neurons in your brain. You create so much brain activity from writing in cursive versus writing in print. Print is like 800, something like that. But on average, the base level is 2,000 neurons. Extra neurons are going off when you write in cursive.
So about 2,800 total.
Yeah, it's yeah. Like that's why I don't give a shit. I'm trying to get people to move off of psychology. Shout out to Coach Clinician. Get out of psychology and get into neuroscience. That is the key to everything. Get into study neuroscience, how the brain actually works, bro. It changes everything will start making perfect sense. Why so many red logos, and why so many blue logos, and why?
Yeah, you're right, because of the way the brain translates it into something positive, negative, or passive. Yeah, you're right.
It's just like psychology is cool, but that's symptom. Get into the cause and learn neuroscience. But then not gonna get into neuroscience because they got them long Latin words and you don't want to read them shits. But then when you can break the word down, it's pretty easy. So I hope I get in a position where I can teach children etymology and make shit simpler. Because homeschooling has to, like my son, like when he comes home, they have a homework packet for the week, and we run all the way through it. And I asked him about a good 10 questions per, just getting his brain ready to learn at a higher level. Because I was a piss poor trash student. I was a trash student, and it wasn't until I got out of high school and I got around my mentor, and he said, you know, if you want to live like me, we reach our goals by standing on the books we read. You know what I'm saying? He told me we read books, and I was listening to him, and he was like, listen, reading books is like time travel. And it depends on what book you read. He said it's like time travel. He said if you can get 60 years of living experience in 2 weeks, you just travel 60 years in 2 weeks. I was like, I'm in. That math made perfect sense to me. So I was reading with a purpose, but that's my point on homeschooling. What's the purpose? You can now, as a family, go, I'm raising you to be a doctor, because that's what we need. I am raising you to be a CFO, because that's what we need. I am raising you to be a holistic whatever. I'm raising you to be a nurse. And your information, the foundation that you would need, because a nurse need to know Latin, a doctor need to know Latin, a scientist, an engineer need to know Latin, because it's going to be heavily into it. So I would push STEM more on my engineers. I will put more personal development and human biology on my leaders, my football players, my athletes, and so my military personnel, because you got to deal with people. So you can have, like, if you go, I've done finances, so I know how to tailor finances to everybody. I can literally break down and show you in your life to the dollar sign how much your discipline is costing you or how much it's worth. So we can be able to formulate a learning program for a particular child, because I know once you do the test and you know what type of brain activity they have and stuff like that, I can go on and on. Then I know how you can learn. I need to know how you learn. I need to know how you process food. We can put a number on your attention span as a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, see if you're above average and all of that. Nobody's thinking about stuff like this, and you're not gonna get this.
Why do you think it's that? Do you think it's like it's too much money in the budget? Do you think it's like how can I say this? Like it's some sort of as part of the system that they don't want these kids to be more extra advanced, especially from our community?
Yeah, because we come from people. Our people created a electric car in the 1920s. So they know if niggas are left alone, they're going to be geniuses. Again, etymology. The name for humans in Latin is Homo sapien. Do you know what sapien means? It means genius or wise one. That's literally what it means. Like the standard for a human being is being a genius, is being wise. And you'll look that word up, sapien or sapient. That's what the word actually means. So being a genius is a natural thing for us. Children operate at a genius level between the ages of 0 to 7. So they operate on a frequency called theta. So a lot of y'all be calling these simps beta males, but they're not beta males, BETA. They're theta, THETA. It's one of the.
Say that one more time.
Theta, THETA, theta. So that
what that words mean?
is where the word Thanos comes from. It means death or sleep, because you know sleep is a cousin of death.
Yeah.
So people are operating it's like a dream state frequency. If you type in theta frequencies, it'll help you go to sleep. You'll have a better sleep along with like drinking water.
Is it like white noise?
Very similar to that, yeah. So theta frequencies, stuff like the theta. I think it's Figagio, binary, Rife. These different frequencies you can listen to at night while you sleep, or while you woke. But you have children are operating at that theta, so everything is pretty much like a dream to them. And they receive information so fast, they retain information so fast, they operate at a genius level. And then somehow, some way, after 8, we lose it. But you can program a child 7 almost endless languages, 30-something languages.
I think we get distracted around that age. That's when the distractions really come in and hit heavy. Yeah. These days it's earlier.
I was about to say.
These days it's earlier. I mean, I remember me, 8 years old, I started doing karate.
I was doing taekwondo.
I was doing.
I was boxing. That was my first love right there.
I started boxing.
Me too.
I started boxing at 12, and kept doing it. And I fell in love with boxing too. And in fact, like I tell people in college, I used to take take fights just to get little money to go on dates and such. You know what I'm saying? When I was in college, I used to take fights and get money. Yeah, I mean, you know, it was fun. I love boxing. To this day, I love it. Avid watcher of it.
Yeah,
You
that
know
was
what I'm
my
saying?
first love, bro.
Yeah,
The
I
thing with
love
me
it.
was,
I
the
love
thing with
boxing.
me was that I used to, I always like, I wasn't looking for a fight, but once you get me there, I was ready to go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can laugh with you, joke with you, but once you try me, once you push the line, oh, I ain't had no chill about it. You see what I'm saying? I really wanted to crack your head wide open after that, and it was like I had a bad temper. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have a happy medium. I don't know how to if I'm explaining it right. A lot of people, you know, they know how to control themselves. Either I'm real happy or I'm real mad, sir. You see what I'm saying?
You sure you're not Puerto
His
Rican
ass
too?
bipolar.
You sure you're not
She
Puerto
not
Rican
Puerto
too?
Rican.
No, I don't
I
think
know you
that's not
Colombian.
bipolar. It's just like once you try me,
Yeah.
I'm listen, I was into some real violent shit. Like no bullshit. So they put me on boxing. I used to box like on the gyms, locally gyms. Um I won the first 22 fights. That was pretty decent, I guess. Until this little Puerto Rican kid, bro, beat the dog shit out of me.
And see,
Yo, he was a southpaw. He was a lefty.
Yeah,
Everybody
he
that I
probably
fought,
yeah, Southpaw.
everybody that I fought was a righty. When
right.
I got in the
And he
ring
finally
with this
came against that
guy,
southpaw.
yeah, when I got in the ring with this guy, bro, this
Everything looked
guy
backwards.
exactly. So I'm like, yo, I'm
Everything
in the
looked
ring.
backwards.
I'm in the ring confused. I'm like, yo, you ain't teach me none of this bullshit.
Yeah, right.
No,
One of my
he had
one of
knocked
my
me
cousins
out, like he whipped the shit out of me, yo.
one of my cousins was a lefty. So that's why
Oh,
I
that's the
always
weapon.
was looking for. But I wanted to fight, but I knew I ain't had no good intentions. I wanted to hurt people. I wanted to K word people. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah. I'm undefeated in these streets though. Niggas don't want these hands. Hands
No, I
let me
got
know.
jumped a couple times, so I know I'm defeated over there. But he
That's
just like, you know what I mean? Like being jumped is no fun, bro. But
I
like
tell
I
you what
said,
saved me. I tell you what saved me, Poppy. At
go ahead, bro.
14, I started lifting weights. Like honestly lifting weights, right? And I got the genetics for it. You know what I'm saying? So in like a summer, I beefed up so I beefed up so much. It was like my body was like, "What the hell you been waiting for? Been waiting
right.
you to get this in, get this in." You know, so I beefed up so much, man. I got back to school. People thought I was on juice. You know what I'm saying? People
How
thought I
much
was
you weigh?
juicing. I'm like,
That was high school right there. How much you weigh?
yeah, high school, I was at 183,
Oh,
I was
you were like
unmatched.
what 5'8", 5'9"?
5'8". Yeah,
Oh, so you was
I was
stocky then.
unmatched.
You was real
yeah,
stocky.
yeah. Look at me now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I mean, and then in college, I kept lifting weights and kept going, you know,
Mm.
boxing and everything. So I got in the ring. The weightlifting helped. It did. You know what I'm saying? It helped a lot
And
because
body
I was
shot.
clocking people in the head, and I saw them do this. You know what I'm saying? When I saw this, yep,
I mean, bro,
the right cross.
people talk a lot of shit about fighting and I'm gonna knock you out. When you see somebody get knocked out, that shit terrifying.
It is.
It's not fun. It's not
It's
cute
not.
at all.
No,
It's
it's
weird.
not.
It's like, yo, did I just kill this dude, bro? Like, am I going to jail?
Mhm.
When their eyes roll in the back of their head and they just stiff. Like, I'm glad I'm not glad, but like you
Like
see
I started playing sport though, and then I got into football, and then I got into basketball. Football, I used to play I had to play outside. I'm a sling guy. I'm 6'1". In high school, I got to 175. You know, once you play football, they force you to work out, and when you
yeah,
work out, you eat. I ripped up. I was never big, but I was ripped. You see what I'm saying? I was fast. I was running what, like a
what you
4:43, maybe 4:45.
I
That
was
was my
high. I
best
was a
time.
high 4'4". I was a
Oh
high
yeah,
4
you got a 4'6",
4'4".
so you were
Like
like a
five,
safety then?
I was at end, nigga. I was 185 pounds playing end. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
I was
why.
I, I was a wide
I'm
receiver,
5'11". Ain't like
bro.
I was tall, but I was just big.
I
Oh,
was a
wow.
I was fast. I was fast in wide receiver with just me and the cornerback, and I know I was gonna get hit by one unless they set me in the middle. That was about the only time I was gonna get hit. You see what I'm saying? And playing basketball, you ain't gonna get hit playing basketball. So that's the only working out I did. I wasn't like a workout warrior, nothing like that. I need to get back in the gym actually, man. Every time I go, I quit. I go for like a whole week straight. I take like a whole month off.
Gotta do small. You can't go in there and bang it out, man. I destroy my body working out, man. You gotta do it small increments and walk away and then come back and then then test yourself every 30 days and then create a new standard. Because if you go in there and bang out, you're not going back in there. You work until you sore. Most people not going back in there. You leave in the next day, you can't get up. You're not going because your appetite after you work, your appetite gonna be high. You're gonna start eating.
Yeah, the whole thing is
that's
you
where
got to
the discipline
continue
comes
going.
in. Yeah, you got to keep going. Like here's another secret, and people who tried it, thank me for it. If you're lifting weights, do your cardio after you lift weights.
Okay.
Don't do your cardio before. You know what I'm saying? Do not do your cardio before. If you do, because when you're breaking the muscles down while you're lifting weights,
yeah, that's what you're doing.
lactic acid gets flushed into the muscles, and that's really what causes you to be sore the next day. But when you do your cardio afterwards, it flushes a lot of it out. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And it's so when you wake up the next day, you're sore, but you're not.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Next day, bro, your arm be like this. You can't even stretch it out. You'll be like, shit.
It's not that bad if you do your cardio after you lift weights. Because it's flushing the body out.
The thing if I'd have did it all over again, I'd have did slow reps versus fast reps. I'd have did much slower reps to build strength versus trying to get, you'd be trying to be ripped or whatever, but I'd have did slower reps, taking deeper breaths and stuff. I didn't know all that stuff. Bro, I seen this chick, man. Y'all, listen, women, listen up. Listen up. Yo, stop running with them fucking waist trainers on. It's the stupidest shit in the world. You need to breathe. Stop running with the waist trainer
at all, though. That cannot be
if
healthy.
you see her running with a waist trainer smacking her back in her forehead, stop running with you. You need to breathe. You need to be focusing, chest up, head up, running, breathing through your stomach. Stop tightening your stomach for you break a blood vessel in your brain. Like that's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Stop wearing them shits. People that don't run probably don't understand that. You need to breathe. Go talk to somebody in track. Go see if you see.
How about if you're walking?
I don't like them, period. I ain't gonna like them, period. But I draw the line in watching y'all jog with it. I'm like, I'm not about to watch you pass out. Like, you need to breathe. You need to breathe specifically, intentionally breathing through your nose. Inhale through your nose. It's disgusting to inhale in your mouth, in your nose, down into your stomach, up into your chest. It's a whole workout you're supposed to be doing as you're running with breathing. Breathing is the most important part of all workouts. It's just learning how to breathe, staying hydrated, getting alkaline water with your your nutrients. Pink Himalayan salt is dope. I recommend it. Some things it don't have, but 82 trace minerals is pretty cool. And breathe freaking like in your nose, and don't let your pace dictate your heart rate. Control your heart rate. That's how you grow your lung capacity. Yeah, I went from 250 pounds at 20 to now I'm at 152 pounds at 36. So I kind of know about health a little bit.
You're 150 something pounds?
152, yeah.
Jeez, Louise, dude, what are you doing? Lightweight?
No,
something.
I've been vegan since.
Oh, you're vegan. Come on, man.
I've been vegan since 2012.
Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart like that.
Yeah, man. I've been vegan since the best. It's the best decision I've made in my life, man.
Look, we all about to be
I told him the same thing, Andrew. I told him
we all about to be vegan with
this.
these meat prices.
He told me, listen, this man told me being a vegan, that's when he got the best sex ever, boy. Like I been be slanging dick for hours.
I have no idea. It's bro. I'm telling you, y'all missing out. Being vegan sex is the best. That's the greatest hitting thing in life. It's the best shit ever in life. Everything tastes better.
I thought it was weed sex.
You said weed sex.
It can't be. Yeah.
Forget, man. She from the country. She need that big beef. She be eating a lot of beef over there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
Hey, listen, beef ribs. I'm having steak tonight.
Oh, me too. I'm seasoning my shit right now.
Yes, I'm gonna cook this steak up tonight. Hey, how about it, Noble? Well,
have y'all been looking at these prices?
What prices?
Have y'all been looking at the meat prices? We all about to be vegan.
I know, right? I know, right?
$26 for a little.
It's getting cheaper to be vegan now. Vegan since the demand been up and the product been up. It's stuff getting cheaper. Avocado used to be like $5, like one. Now it's
God
like
damn.
Yeah. Y'all niggas like I'm balling, nigga.
Where do you live?
Look, Casey, thank you for the cash app, baby. I appreciate you.
Baltimore. It used to be like $5 for a real avocado with the 9 on the front and 4 more letters. Y'all be eating that.
It is organic avocado.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you be eating those avocado smoothie? People be eating those.
I can't do it.
I have some. I've had somebody make me some. It
Is
don't
it good?
taste like nothing. It don't taste
No,
like
I'm
nothing.
just saying, Noble though. I'm still on the vegan thing.
Yeah.
I got a client right now who's a vegan.
You got a client?
Yeah, who is a vegan right now. I said, why, brother? Why?
Bro, if
Why
I
do
show
that to
you,
you? So he's like, is that a problem? No, it's not a
I can-
problem. In
bro,
fact,
I can-
in fact, you're realistically you're ahead of a lot of other people.
Yo,
right.
Lucchese, she bought a
But-
whole cow last week.
I bought one too. I bought one in January.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I bought
Like,
one in January. What you do is you buy it and it's out there on the farm and it's eating grass and hay and stuff like the things it's supposed to be eating, right?
Right.
So naturally, it's growing
Yeah,
naturally.
it's eating naturally. Yeah, and so when it grows up and it gets big, you know what I'm saying, it's ready to slaughter. You take it to the slaughterhouse and listen, all the T-bones, ribeyes, New York
I'm gonna
strips,
show you. I'm gonna show you.
it's hamburger meat, so much hamburger
What is
meat,
the math?
like
You have
ground
to
beef.
have-
I have to sell some of it, Poppy. I have to sell a lot of it. And
No, the
sausages
crazy
You
everywhere.
part,
don't have a deep freezer?
I don't have one. No, my mother does.
the crazy part is like
I'm
my
a-
I got a lot of
grandparents,
hers.
my
I'm gonna show you a
grandparents in
guy.
Colombia, bro. They got a farm out there,
I'm gonna
and
show you.
they got we got a bunch of cows and pigs. Everything they eat, they grow it at the farm. Everything they
That's the
grow.
plan.
Literally. And listen, this is how I know we eating messed up, bro. This is how I know we're gonna die. We're gonna die soon. We ain't gonna get to like 90 years old. No, none of that shit. Those days is over. We lucky we see 75, son. Yo, in order for a cow to grow naturally, it takes them 3 years, bro, to grow naturally. Just eating grass and doing the little. Out here, they got a cow ready to go every 6 months. They're ready to go. They born.
That's fake.
Boom.
That's not a real cow. That's not real.
Exactly. There's nothing but steroid.
Hey, man, Joe, I'm gonna show you a buddy of mine who I help him go vegan right now.
Look at that. Look at that. That's not natural. Look at that. Look at it. Look at his arm. No definition.
That's
No
not. I'm gonna put it.
definition.
I'm
No
gonna put
six
his
pack.
link. in the-
Look at that. No, that's so
Bro,
pathetic.
I call him the vegan Hulk, bro. That dude is like I seen him
Yo,
squatting.
you gotta be what, like 230, 220?
Yeah,
And
he's
he's-
big, man.
Yeah, he's vegan and he's
I help
juicing.
him go vegan, and he surpassed me like by like a he fucking way bigger than me. I ain't big at all.
And he's juicing.
He ain't juicing.
Yeah, he is. Look at him. Look at
Look,
that.
Yo,
You jacked up?
world class. Can you explain Can you tell like what's the difference between vegan and
All right, so
vegetarian? Because I didn't know
let
it
me
was the difference.
let me clear it up because I don't give a fuck about them animals. You got them white people, they on that shit. Save the animals. If I don't fuck about them animals, I can give a fuck. I ain't gonna sit there like you. So you got people that they vegan for the animals, fuck them animals. I don't give a shit. That's not my problem.
It's but your health.
Do you have? We just talking vegans, not vegetarians. You have vegans that eat that are vegan because they following the trend, but they eat just about anything that's just not meat. I don't do that.
That's a vegetarian.
I'm vegan because of Dr. Sabi. Because, like he said, when they brought us over here, when they put us in this position, they didn't bring our food with us. And then understand how the body is designed, not designed to eat meat, cooked or not. Your body is not designed to eat that shit under any circumstance. It makes literally no sense to eat it at all. If I'm gonna go further, cows, chickens, and pig are fake animals. They're man-made. They're not real. They're hybrids. Like tilapia, they're fake. So
Yeah, tilapia. You're right.
people will say, I eat them because of protein. Okay. If it gives you, if you eat meat because of protein, why don't y'all eat cheetahs or sharks?
Because I do eat shark.
I do eat shark.
I ate shark before.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
eat shark.
it-
Somebody
good.
put cheetah on the plate.
Go into
We
your
might
local
have to
grocery
try it.
store. Go
I
to
was
your
in
local
Trinidad
grocery
and
store.
Tobago.
Find that. They
I was
don't
in
sell.
Trin-
They don't sell shark at McDonald's.
They don't, but I was in Trinidad.
Yeah,
And I
you
had
gotta
a
go
shark
somewhere
sa- I had a
exclusive.
shark
Y'all don't.
sandwich.
Y'all don't. Y'all
World
ain't
class.
saying
You gotta
about it.
understand. Look,
Y'all send it over cheetah.
I'm a third world baby,
I can't
man. I've
catch
been like
one.
in different countries, so I know a
I
little
can't
bit
catch a
about
cheetah,
food.
man. I mean,
A bullet can. Go ahead.
yeah,
What you say about
true.
I say you gotta understand I'm a third world baby, so I have eat a lot of shit that most people
You
haven't
got
ate
the
yet.
best plants in the world, man.
But that's what I'm gonna say. Like I eat a lot of stuff that most people out here will find it like nasty. To be honest with you, like I remember the mother of my kids, man. She's Jamaican, but she's like the Jamaican that was born here, so she's an American. She say A lot of people don't know. They're probably gonna feel they're gonna be grossed out. I took her to I took her to meet my family in New York, right? We eat cow tongue. A lot of people don't eat cow tongue.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, it tastes like roast beef.
Oh,
It does actually.
Listen,
tastes like roast
but the
beef,
way
yeah.
that my family make it is fucking delicious, bro.
So all three of y'all ate tongues is what you're saying to me.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
Oh,
They
that's
peeled it. They peeled it and they add to meat.
I'm in the
And
wrong
they put
restaurant.
like it's a nice little sauce and everything, bro. Listen, she say I'm never gonna eat that shit. Fuck that. Listen, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna trick your ass. I took it to the family. Yo, she was licking her goddamn fingers, bro. At the end, I told her, you know what she was eating? Cow tongue. She was like, oh my god, fuck you.
See, this is where the vegans win because that means you had to use herbs. You had to use herbs to make it. You can use herbs and make it taste like anything. That's another win for us. Vegans, that's how man. We
know what
want
I'm talking
that's
about.
Listen, I got
all
you.
of
I'll be a vegan until it's time to eat barbecue beef ribs. I'm gonna have I'm gonna like on a charcoal grill barbecue on a charcoal grill.
He said, "Why don't we eat you?" I honestly thought I was gonna fold because like my favorite food was some king crab legs, bro. Getting weak, man. And with that butter and they drip off, and it just if you eat too much butter and you be sick, man. That shit is amazing. And I'm in Baltimore, so we do crabs.
Oh yeah. All
in them crab cakes. I thought I was gonna fold, but it's literally the best decision I ever made in my life. Bar none.
I don't know, man. I mean,
bar none.
Here's the thing. Luke Casey says, in my country, we eat cow's brain soup. My mom makes a mean cow tongue dinner.
A lot of Indians supposed to eat brain.
Listen, brains is delicious actually, with some crackers. Like you said, like goat's brain. Like I was in Morocco. I ate goat's brains with some crackers. Yeah, that shit was delicious, bro. Mm-hmm. I was shocked.
Yeah, he did.
My husband eat cow brains. Oh no, it was the pig brains. Yeah, they call it cow's meat in the store.
No, I don't mess with no pork. I don't eat pork.
Yeah, what's it called?
Latino people eat a lot of pork, yo. We eat a lot of pork. I stay away from pork myself. I literally don't eat pork much. I haven't eaten pork in a minute, so I stay away from it.
Yeah,
I don't have to have pork except bacon.
Africans in a
you get bacon to grow on the tree. I'll eat that shit.
Yeah, your food doesn't taste as good as ours.
Who told you that?
That's vegan food does not taste good better than animals.
I've actually had some really good vegan dishes.
I haven't.
I have had. Have you heard of was it Slut Vegan?
No.
That's a great name.
It started as a food truck, but it started by a black woman, if I'm not mistaken, and she is now a millionaire. But just the name will draw people in, but the food is supposedly amazing.
She in Atlanta.
And non-vegan people go line up to get it.
Right, Noble. You riddle me this. What do you have that tastes better than meat cooked on a charcoal grill, man? That's barbecue. Okay.
Well, what about
for people who are vegans and don't know what these things are? You've been vegan so long, you probably forgot what it is. Charcoal grill.
Listen, I used to throw food down. I can remember it.
Beef ribs, okay? Beef ribs
on a charcoal grill.
The big ass dinosaur joints. Yes, on a charcoal grill, not propane, because that's not barbecue. If it's on a propane grill, that's not barbecue.
No, I'm talking about a smoker.
A smoker.
Oh, coal.
Fine, okay, a smoker. You can use that too. You can use smoke too, but that and bacon. Now I'll give pork credit for this. Bacon is delicious. I'll give
bacon is fucking delicious. Okay.
You don't have anything better than that. You don't have anything better than that. You don't have anything better than any kind of meat barbecued on a charcoal grill, man. Barbecue. Barbecue is my favorite.
Nice crispy chicken wing.
You can season chickpeas any type of way you want. Any type of way you want.
Chickpeas. I like chickpeas. I like chickpeas. I'm with you. I eat
hummus.
I eat hummus too.
A lot of these, that's chickpeas. A lot of vegans make. I don't eat spices. I hate spices. I can't stand it. But they make crazy spices. Like all the spices, they got you covered. Like everything in life.
Grilled alligator. Hold on.
I love alligator. I got some in the freezer right now.
Luke Casey says grilled alligator. Yes.
Oh, I have alligator in Louisiana. When I was in Louisiana and Florida, so I ate it twice. I didn't like it.
You didn't like alligator?
When you eat the
Yeah.
predators, don't you get double protein?
No, propane for what?
Protein.
I don't cook a protein.
Protein.
Yeah, you get protein from
No,
alligators.
it's not, no. The biggest animals on the planet, the strongest animals on the planet, are vegan.
I don't care.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? But
he want his meat, yo.
my body doesn't.
Hey,
Hold on. My
yo,
body
work
does
class.
not.
This
Hold
man,
on.
he don't want to be a vegan at all. He want to be big.
Right. Here's the thing. Noble. I get it, and you're absolutely correct. Some of those powerful animals on the planet are vegan. However, their body metabolizes vegetation differently than ours do.
It does.
And that's the difference. That's why I have to eat them, and they can eat all the veg they want.
It's not designed to eat meat. Most of the meat that you eat, and you got to understand, when you're eating flesh, you're eating blood. That's what you're eating.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's sanitary.
But body's not designed. If you can't eat another person's blood, why would you be able to eat animal blood that is less clean than you?
Because I cook it, and I kill the germs.
If you set your floor on fire, would you lick it?
No, I wouldn't lick the floor anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. What the hell would you eat? What the hell would you eat a bug out of
I get it, but I'm not giving you credit for that one, okay? I'm not giving you credit for that one. That was cheap. That was a cheap one. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever ate?
It was good. Listen. I can't lie. That was good, but
have you ever ate like duck or rabbit?
Yes, duck is delicious. Rabbit is delicious. Yes, rabbit is delicious. So here's the thing with rabbit.
You got to cook it right.
Here's the thing. Yeah, you got to cook it right and clean it right. Here's the thing. You burn more calories digested rabbit than you gain eating it. That's the crazy part about it. Like, it has very little nutritional value. It just tastes good. That's it.
It tastes good. The way my family do it.
That's the thing with rabbit.
I got some elk in the freezer too.
Oh,
elk.
Elk and alligator.
What about
bison? I love duck.
I love duck. Oh, I made a nice Christmas duck last year.
No,
I had duck.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna have to break.
You know that Noble is like he got like some Puerto Rican in him, so
yeah.
I gotta break out of your vegan habit. You know what I'm saying?
Give me something weird. What you got?
It's cut good.
What?
What you got weird? Poppy.
Oh, I just named one for you.
I'm trying to think. Rabbit, duck. We ate what is? Oh, I had snake before.
I've had rattlesnake.
I've had snake.
I had rattlesnake jerky.
No, I had actual rattlesnake when I was in the Army. We had to live off the land, and he was like, "Okay, you want to eat? Go find it." I was like, all right.
You was here, or you was on?
I was here stateside. We were in training. It was survival. It was survival training, right?
Right.
And then the first night they brought a pig in, and this is before we knew what we were doing. I knew how to get rid of the pig. You know what I'm saying? You have to come up from it from behind, and mount it, and slit its throat, and let it bleed out. This one dummy pulls a sidearm and fires it, squeezes off and hit it in the head. I'm like, you don't hit any animal in the head, dude. That's the hardest part of the body. You know what I'm saying? So this thing is squealing.
Oh, he hit him with the rifle. He didn't
with the sidearm, an M9.
Jesus Christ.
An M9. You know what I'm saying? 9mm in the head. A pig.
You have to bleed him and hold him upside. Like, people don't even know.
Exactly. You have to bleed it. You come up behind it so it doesn't see the blade, and you cut its throat.
I'm glad I'm vegan. People don't even know how to bleed animals. I've watched it a lot of times.
I do. And like you said, you do have to hold it upside down, hang it. I went around, I found a couple of copperheads. And copperhead snakes. I had those. I killed them, and a couple of them I killed them and ate it.
Yeah, the weirdest thing I ever ate was deer. It's
what's the weirdest thing you've had, man?
Deer meat is real hard.
It's hard.
Only if it's cooked wrong.
It's like gum.
No, and it hunted wrong. Like if you had to shoot it behind the shoulder blade to make it instant, to make the death instant. Okay, that way the meat is tender. You know what I'm saying? But if you let that sucker tense up and get scared and try to run away, that's when you get the tough meat from a deer. That hunter didn't know what he was doing. Now, you tell me you never had octopus or a squid.
That's why it was easy for him to give up meat. He hadn't had the good shit.
Right. Come on, Nova, you never had
You got to
octopus.
step out the box.
Yeah, bro.
Hell no.
Octopus is
He
fantastic.
done with the meat, yo.
I didn't like spices. I didn't like onions. I barely even ate chicken.
You
I
didn't-
like turkey
So-
and
You don't like chicken? Oh hell no, man.
I
You-
barely
Hold on.
even liked it.
Okay,
Sorry.
I got a question. Okay,
Yeah.
you keep saying you don't like spices. So with the vegan food that you eat or make, are you making them with no seasoning?
What would cause you to ask me that? What would cause you to ask
You
me that?
just
don't
said
like
you keep
spices.
saying you don't like spices.
I don't like spices. No, I hate them. I can't stand like
Oh.
real spice, like pepper.
Oh,
ghost
so you good
peppers
with
and-
salt and pepper, but that's it.
You have like, and I cut out garlic because garlic is poison. But you got
How's
onion
it
powder.
poison?
Huh?
Garlic is delicious. What do you mean it's poison?
It tastes good. So does a lot of women. They taste great, but they fucking will kill you. So garlic, the pH of garlic is like 3.5. Your blood
What?
is 3.5.
pH of garlic is what?
3.5 or 3.2. Your pH of your blood is 7.
I
If
know.
you cut a garlic and you stab somebody, you will kill them. They will die. Garlic is poison.
Like a vampire.
That's where it comes from. You will die. Garlic is poison, pure poison.
So why are we cooking? Why do I cook it with it so much?
I'm
I
sure
cook with
eating
it
some
all
right
the time.
now.
I cook with it all the time. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I didn't know that. I really didn't. I was actually surprised I didn't.
How many healthy Italians do you see?
Yeah, that's a good point. But they eat a lot of carbs. They eat like pasta and stuff all the time, and I don't eat that many
I
carbs.
also switched to grain, so I don't do wheat. We do what wheat comes from, spelt. I try not to do that too much because it's glucose. But you got amaranth, quinoa. You have teff. I don't really fuck with teff.
So what do you eat?
Everything with grains. We got
Vegan shit.
4,000 plants that we can eat. Y'all got
4,000 plants. God
20.
damn.
Yeah, 4,000 plants we can eat. Y'all got maybe 20, 25 animals, whatever. That's y'all problem. Then you got all
But
these
there's so many.
starches.
There's about
There we
4,000
go.
ways to cook them, though.
Man,
That's what I'm saying. We got infinite options. So you got all
So
your
do I.
nuts in there.
I will eat
You eat
elephant.
tofu?
You don't have
I-
hell no. I don't fuck with soy is poison.
Yeah,
Okay.
George
soy is
Washington Carver
poison.
created it for the car industry to make plastic.
No,
He said,
I
"Do
did
not
know
eat it."
about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did know about the soy. I did know
All right,
about that.
Yeah, man. I when I first went vegan, I had a few because I was really working on my health with foot in, but I had it and it gave me a headache. Every time I get soy, it instantly gives me a headache. It's extremely high in estrogen. You got estrogen, you have estrogen. So a lot of people
Okay.
think, yeah, that's something called estrogen. It's a whole different conversation. But it's yes, it's basically for plastic. It's absolutely positively horrible. Don't eat that
I'm
shit.
sorry, I gotta go, y'all. Gotta
All
dip
right,
out.
my man.
You
All
even
right.
that
Ladies,
was good.
Noble, always a pleasure. Poppy,
Thank you, brother.
for having
Appreciate
me.
Mhm.
Kay,
Man, thank
very
you for coming
very
over here,
pleased to
bro.
meet you.
I appreciate
done
you.
made
Thank you.
Spend
Nice
some
to meet
time.
you too, love.
All right, Noble, we got a collab or
Definitely,
something.
bro. We
Love
got
you
Bernard.
inside of your knowledge.
We'll make
Yeah.
Bernard set something up for us.
Okay, no problem.
Appreciate you, bro.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
We done got you to eat, okay?
Say it again.
We done made you eat. Talking about food.
What am I eating?
I said we done made you eat talking about food.
No, I was just cooking. So I decided to go and eat while my food was hot. Had to feed my man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, man. Good woman. Keep the good working going.
You gotta
For that
try.
man
Gotta
fight.
go vegan for 60 days, Poppy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't do it, bro. You know what I would do? I could do maybe 3-4 days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could do that.
But you could
60
always
days.
fast.
I mean, like,
Fasting is
I
good.
know the crazy part is the thing is I know like the meat that we eat that shit got so much fucking steroids and hormones isn't even funny. It just goddamn all the nasty shit it tastes good. that's the problem. All the nasty shit tastes good. It's like like when you live in New York,
Because they
Jersey,
put a
all
lot
these
of
places.
bullshit in it.
Why else
Yeah.
would you eat it? You have no reason to eat it other than it tastes good.
Hey
you know?
man, listen.
It's gonna be.
I don't know if you ever been in New York. You go to these ugly, nasty restaurants. Those are the ones that taste the best. Those are the
Yeah,
ones
I'm
that taste the
pass
best.
on that.
Listen, you say that now, Kay, but telling you, bro,
I'm a bit of a germaphobe.
No, but it's always a big old lady in the back just cooking, and as soon as you smell that thing, oh, you order, you ready to go, you ready to
She
go.
got jelly on the back of her dress.
Uh-huh.
One of her braids undone.
Most of the spots, most of the like the local spot, they look nasty over there in New York. You see what I'm saying? But that food is good. The same thing in Miami. You go to Miami to the actual neighborhoods, like you want to go get some Jamaican food or Haitian food, it's gonna be a big old lady cooking that in the back of her house. But
Luke
that thing
Casey
tastes
asked,
great.
what do you order when you go out to restaurants?
Uh,
Um,
talking, talking to
Probably talking to me. So you got so many people who make vegan burgers. It's always pasta. It's always they make a myriad of different vegan cheeses. So vegan burger. Everything else is I use 90% of what I eat is homemade. I make it myself.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't eat that much.
I'll get a
All I
salad.
know is like a vegan, and I went to a vegan restaurant a couple times. Boy, expensive. I ain't gonna sit
Yeah,
over
it's
here and lie to
expensive.
you.
Yeah.
It's a little expensive, man. I ordered like 2 little things, and I was there with a girl and stuff like that. Man, that little bill was a little pricey, a little bit. I was like 100 and change. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Here in Baltimore,
It
regular.
costs a lot of money to make stuff look like stuff it ain't.
Mhm. They got the fake meat. It's
I
like
see what you did there. I see it. Got it.
they call it what is it that y'all call the fake meat, like beans, something like that.
Beets. They make they use beets and like pea protein to make stuff look like
Mhm.
meat or whatever. I'm not really
Man.
with all that, but it happens. So I'm not big on that. But yeah, you can. I usually go to places that make things that I don't make. So certain dressings I don't make. So I'll go to a place called Sweet Greens. That
Good night,
should be fire.
Casey.
Good night.
Bye bye, Lucasey.
And
Yeah.
or falafel, which is made out of chickpeas. I'll go to
Let
a
me
spot
ask you this, man. You being big, how long you been being big again?
since 2012.
2012.
Summer
So pretty
2012.
much a whole decade now.
Yeah.
How many
That's a
meals a
long
day
time
do
to me.
you eat?
Usually one. You like over this decade, usually once. You get to the point where the fucking crazy thing about changing the way you eat and focusing on nutrients is your body is so used to not getting nutrients, and then when you be nutrient full, you don't be physically full. And then, depending on my workload, if I work a lot, then I may snack. Like I got popcorn in front of me, got some pasta I just ate. I'll snack what I don't need to eat, and I don't need a lot of sleep. Maybe 4 hours of sleep max. I don't need a lot of sleep. I don't need the rest because my body's not overworking. You know what I'm saying? You drink a lot of freaking water.
But this is what I hear, bro. I hear that you're supposed to the human body's supposed to rest at least 8 hours a day.
That's a lie.
That's a lot.
That's a lie. It's
Okay.
just that you eating so much stuff that doesn't even belong in your body.
Okay.
Like spinach and carrots. Those are hybrid foods. They're not even real. And most of these a lot of these nuts like cashews are hybrids. And I eat cashews. But you got to know what you're doing. But your body is under so much pressure. The tap water. Like I only cook for the last 13 years with spring water that I buy. I don't use it to. I'll wash up in tap water, but I won't won't drink it ever. Not even filter ever. I'm not, because the water is so polluted, and you want a more of a pure source. So I don't cook in it. I don't drink it. You know what I'm saying? So your body be so stressed out from overworking, trying to use different parts of your body to compensate for the lack of nutrients you get. So you don't nearly
You
need
got
that.
my husband over here listening to you now.
Good.
He's gonna be a vegan.
He's trying to hear about this old vegan lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
Did he thought about doing it before or what?
We talked about it just recently because we're like, shoot, with the way these meat prices are going. Granted, we plan to have our own cattle real soon.
The first thing, the easiest thing, and the first thing to cut out outside of soda, like to stop drinking soda, is
Yeah, I don't drink soda at all.
dairy. Stop drinking milk. Milk is
Milk?
freaking horrible. It's like pus that you bust out your face. It's meant for baby cows, not meant for you. So you have
I heard that before.
almond. You got
Yeah,
almond
he's
milk.
been saying that.
Yeah, hemp milk. Hemp milk is the best.
Now,
Most
most times
men-
I make my smoothies with almond milk, but I can't drink it. I haven't tried. I haven't even tried to taste it by itself. But
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I'm not.
Why is milk so bad?
Why what?
Why is milk so
Okay,
bad?
so most of the milk, like if you study any type of cows, they're pumped all year, so they're gonna bleed. Like ask a woman that breastfeed, you bleed. It happens.
Yeah.
So if I'm a cow and I've been getting pumped and milk my whole life, and I'm 3 years old, most of that milk is actually pink. It's not white. So then they dye it or bleach it, and then it's fucking pus. Like it's fat for a cow. It's not made for a person that's not supposed to be that big. You don't need that shit. Like literally, like the shit you bust out your face, like that's what it is. It's fat. Like you don't need that.
I have drank milk straight from the cow, yo, before. It's
Me,
warm.
Nah, I have like from the udders. Like what you mean?
Like
It's
room
straight from the
temperature
cow.
milk?
Listen, it's straight from the cow. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
out of the
telling
cup,
you.
right? Yeah, I've done that.
That's room
Yeah, like
temperature
they
milk.
were milking it right there. This happened in Colombia. They
Yeah, I've
milked
done
it
that.
right there. I had
I
a
was
cup.
impressed with it.
It's warm as hell. Bam. Took it.
Oh, see,
It actually
I
tastes
thought you
better.
had your mouth on the teeth, but okay. So
No. That's doing
I'm
too
taking
much.
your word
you
for
say
it.
straight from the cow. You didn't say straight from a cup from the cow, but I'm just saying.
Like they milk it right
That I
there.
know.
We drink it right there.
It's warm.
Hell
So
no, that cow would have killed me probably.
think about that. When it comes out, it's warm.
Yes.
So it came out one day and then was warm, and then you go to the store and then it's in the refrigerator cold. So how long has that been sitting out?
Well, it's pasteurized.
No,
Yeah, it's
because
pasteurized.
the way that the family do it back in Colombia, because they use that same milk to do cheese. They
Yeah,
make cheese out of that,
yeah.
and
Right.
it's like I forgot the process, but and the cheese is made literally after like I think it's like 6 or 8 hours. Next thing you know, you
Sour
got that
cream.
real cheese.
Heavy cream, butter. What am I missing?
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk. I think some oil. I think it's an oil they use for milk. I can't remember. So they use a lot of things for like fermented milk. But it doesn't. It's not for use for a cow. It's for a baby cow, and then it's for a baby cow that's a hybrid. That's not even a real. Where on the planet can you go when you find a chicken, a cow, or a pig walking in nature? Not a farm, not a pasture. Where do you see them walking out in nature? Anywhere. Ever. Any planet. You can't even
No.
think of a place because they're fake. They're not real. So I'm gonna drink pus that's supposed to be for a baby cow that's not even supposed to be here.
Well,
I'm
when
good.
you put it that way, you sound like me describing oatmeal. Like I refuse to eat oatmeal.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell people I don't eat it because it's like a bowl of hot maggots with milk. So that's basically how you just described.
That
You
Hot
put,
maggots with milk.
I had to imagine that. I hated. I didn't want no because I preferred cream of wheat over oatmeal, and in my mind it was maggots when I was little, and you just remind me of.
It's
Like,
maggots.
bruh, it ain't that bad. It's still it's
cooked
all right.
maggots.
Oats are all right. They're not really.
I will eat dry oats, but I will not eat oatmeal. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's the last food on earth. Leave it dry. I'll eat
I
it
never
dry.
liked oatmeal myself. I never got into it.
No.
I
Can't
gotta
do it.
have. When I ate it, I had to have cinnamon. I had to have butter, and I had to have a lot of sugar.
You know-
it had to be
you
made.
know-
I made cream of wheat this morning.
You know another food that I don't like at all? Y'all probably gonna be mad at me, man. I don't like collard greens, bro. I never liked that shit, yo.
Not a
I
big
never
fan.
liked it.
Not a big fan.
It
I
was
eat
too
greens.
many.
You got
I eat
some.
any kind of
You
greens.
got some women that can make some good collard greens now with them turkey necks in there. Listen, Shakira,
Hold on,
you
what
see
you know?
now.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
Listen,
I know
hey,
there was some seasoning up in there. I
I'm
know.
I'm in Maryland. That's the first southern state. We taught y'all how to be from the south. You know what I'm saying? So we got all that stuff. We know how to get that. We started the southern stuff up here in Maryland. You know, this is the thanks we get. So you know with the with
Yeah,
the,
like collard green. That was my thing. What other thing that I don't like? I can't eat everybody's potato salad. I can't do it.
You eat mine. I make
yeah,
good potatoes.
I can only eat my mom.
And I love potato salad. Oh, the way my
I
family
love
do it.
potato
Oh my
salad.
god.
I
I'm a
make
sucker
good
for
potato
potato salad. As soon as I go see my aunties in New York, they already know what I want. They making it the next day. Potato salad. Because one thing about Latino people, man, they cook a lot. I'm talking about we cook 3 meals. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the man of the house, he need to eat. Like the crazy part, they eat a lot. They're not even fat. These motherfuckers is fit. I guess it has something to do with the home cooked meals because nothing is like there is no like burgers and all like that.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that'll change your health dramatically. If anybody with weight loss eat home cooked meals, there's not a lot of preservatives in it.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of starches and stuff in there. So eat home cooked meals.
Put that last one back up, Poppy. I was trying to read it.
Sorry.
I only eat oatmeal with
Raisins.
I never like oatmeal, yo.
Yeah,
I think my parents used to force us to eat it. That was our meal, our breakfast, Monday through Friday, every week. And I found very creative ways to throw it away every day.
Wow.
One thing that our parents used to make us eat was we had to eat goddamn soup every day. Oh my god, I used to hate that shit.
The same soup?
No,
Yeah,
we
older
do
people?
different meat. We
They
put
were
one
older
day was fish soup, the next day was pork, the next day was beef, the next was the chicken. But we had to eat the goddamn soup every day. That was like the
Bro.
first plate. We used to eat like a lot of big. I'm telling you, we used to eat a lot of big plate, like on dinners, especially in dinner. Our first plate was a big old pot of fucking soup. I used to hate that shit. I'm like, God damn it, man, soup every fucking day.
I don't know why
Every day, literally every day, or most days?
No, it was every day. And then
Oh.
we used to get a rice, a chicken, or a steak, whatever, or our fish. But we always, until this day. Now I don't get mad no more because it's like now I'm grown, so I can decide if I want to eat or no. But when I was little, it was no choice. I had no choice.
I don't know why old people like soup so much. I had the same.
They do.
Easy to chew.
I don't know what it is.
But I think it's like it's a Latino people, bro. And I know the people, you know who do it too? Africans. Africans eat a lot of soup.
Yeah, definitely.
They eat soup every day.
Yeah, okra and like goat and all of they eat soup. Yeah, that's true.
You know what you know what they told me, and this is my people told me because I got my great grandpa. They were the slaves in Colombia and shit like that, right? Soup was the poor people meal.
Yeah, facts.
That was the super poor people meal right there because it's the easiest thing to do. Or you threw water, you threw potato, some carrots, and a little piece of meat.
And it stretches. It stretches.
Yeah, stretch it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's easy to feed a whole family.
So, Gail had put up dates right in her what's her name in her comment, but I had my son, like his mom, he grew up on breast milk, and we made homemade hemp. So we took hemp seeds, blended it up with dates, and we didn't use Enfamil or Similac or whatever the other one is. That's the only thing we use: breast milk and hemp. So he can get all his calories from dates. So dates are extremely, you know what they are? They just dry prunes, basically. So it's super healthy. So why the world the United States is having a crisis without having that formula, you can go on YouTube, get hemp seeds, put it in a blender with some spring water, blend it with dates, take the core out, blend it together, and that's a good supplement. Way more calcium than and vitamin D than you won't get from anything.
Now, before I forget, Kay, you got a farm now, pretty much. What are your plans to like? I'm pretty sure you're gonna raise a lot of, like, are you gonna start like growing a lot of your vegetables and stuff like that? What are your plans over there?
We already got some vegetables planted. It's got corn, potatoes, watermelon, spinach, green beans, okra, red bell peppers, kale. I think that's pretty much. Did I say spinach?
So you did.
Yeah,
So
you did.
yeah.
Shout out to
Are
Gail.
you planning to raise chickens over there?
Yes. My husband threatened to have a chicken coop up this weekend, so. But we'll have a chicken coop real soon, and once we get some more of the land cleared, we'll have some cattle.
You got to get a rooster first. And they say you have to get a rooster first, right?
I'm not sure. He'll know. I don't know. I don't know that part.
What about cows and stuff like that?
Yep, cows, pigs. Probably have a goat. What? He looking at me crazy.
You might have to get a dog then to keep the
a dog.
Yeah,
we're gonna eventually get a dog too.
Yeah, you have to because they'll get the chickens. The coyotes or foxes will come and kick at you.
Right, and some cats.
Yeah, cats will fuck it. Yeah, they be eating foxes up.
Cats are good for the snake. So yeah, we about to be old McDonald over this mug.
Yeah, that's beautiful,
get up
man.
5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You got a whole farm over there.
Yeah,
How big that thing is? Like 50 acres, right?
See, you keep stretching out my farm. Okay, I'll take it. We got 50 acres.
50 acres.
Yeah, but hey, just know,
50 acres in the
man. I
cap.
mean, I'm gonna need a piece. I just need like a what is it? How much it takes to make a house? Like only like
A
20,
quarter acre.
2,400 square foot. You could build a big old house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And you down south too. That gotta be beautiful when you. How long do you think it's gonna take you to finish building up the crib over there?
It's gonna be a minute. We're taking our time with it. But there should I don't know when they're coming to clear the trees. I think within the next month or two, they're gonna start clearing the trees. Cause we had to widen the road because like there's a road coming to my property. It's a private our private road, but it's like a quarter mile. And so we had to widen the road so that the big equipment can get back here
Mm-hmm.
and to cut the trees. So we just did that. They finished it this morning. So it's a process to get everything done and cross all our T's, dot our I's, and but as far as building the house, I'm not high pressed to do that. We're gonna refurbish the cabin first and then, some other little things and work on that farm. We're more concerned about the farm than the house. We'll get the house. That's gonna happen.
Yeah,
So
the farm gonna make money. The house ain't gonna make money.
right, exactly. And we want to be self-sufficient.
Right.
And the end goal was to have something for our kids so that, one, they always have a place they can call home. Two, they have something they can own. And generational wealth does not start without land.
Facts.
Yeah, you need to real estate. That's
Yeah.
the number one thing right there. You
Right.
you got a whole lot of real estate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
boy.
looking out
Just
for
make
their
sure you
future.
make sure y'all grow some chickens,
90 acres,
man.
right?
Oh, we're definitely doing the chickens. That's first.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
need them to clear any land off us to get the chickens done. So that's first and foremost.
We in my grandpa farm, boy. They got so many chickens, man. It's not even funny. That thing is huge, boy, and tastes good because over there
Oh,
when I go over there, like we do it, like
Eggs,
the
right?
way they do it, they cook outside, so the food tastes different when they cook it with
right.
like wood outside. It's a whole
Oh,
different taste.
Yeah, wood is wood.
absolutely.
Yes.
My
Mhm.
husband also wanted me to tell you that there's going to be is it a half acre? Quarter acre pond
Oh,
for
awesome.
fishing.
Awesome.
Oh, so what kind of fish you gonna do? Red fish?
A little bit of everything. But if he don't get some crappie, he gonna lose his damn mind. But
Need to have some red snipers. Tell him to have some red
some red
snipers over there.
snapper. Oh, definitely. That's his second favorite. So
Mhm.
Can they survive in
we'll
where y'all live at?
We'll see. I don't know if red snapper can survive in a pond, so I don't know for sure on that one. But
And the climate too. They might not
yeah.
be got in depth.
Now they're prone to this area, as far as
Okay.
South Carolina is concerned. But as far as a pond versus the ocean, I'm not so sure about that one.
Can you grow on a pond? Can you grow shrimp?
Can you, probably not. Because first of all, if you want shrimp, you really want some saltwater shrimp. You don't want freshwater shrimp
Yeah.
anyway.
Because I remember, I never seen shrimp so big when I went to Maine. Like my uncle, he
They
worked
had
for the
colossal.
union. I went to Maine, the state of Maine. It's like literally after that, it's water. After that, it's like past New
Oh,
York.
that's the shrimp capital, though.
Yes, look, like my uncle, he worked for the city. And he worked for
Breaking up.
in Maine, right? So I had to drive him over there to drop him off so I can bring the car back. So when we got there, we went to the restaurant. Yo, they gave us some shrimp like this big. I was
that's
like,
bigger than
yo,
colossal.
why this shrimp is so goddamn big? Yeah, I ain't gonna. It tastes good. You see, I like shrimp. But the crazy part that my kids allergic to shrimp. My sister's allergic to shrimp too. Like they start like breaking out. They be ready to die
Just being in the room with it.
if they eat it.
Oh, just
And the
if they
crazy part, I'm glad I have been blessed. I'm not allergic to anything. I think when you like a third world baby, you ain't allowed to be allergic to no food because I don't think that's allowed.
I
Not
feel
cool.
you.
Gotta survive, right?
No, and you know what's crazy? Like when I go out there, I don't hear people being allergic to shit, man. To be honest with you, when I come
Yeah,
over
you
here,
know, lactose intolerance and
hell no,
what they
people
call
sport over there, man. People sport as hell over there. They better drink that shit. For real.
Okay. What's
Please,
that
they
other
don't
thing
fiddle
with
with it.
people? Yeah. Where they can't. Oh, gluten. Like gluten allergies. What the hell? You can't have gluten?
I
So the
never heard
air in the
people in
flour
those
is a problem?
countries.
It's people that break out in hives. Apparently, people break out in hives for gluten.
Oh, it could be worse than that if you have Crohn's disease. So yeah, it could be painful. You end up in the hospital, you eat some macaroni and cheese, it's a wrap. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. Everything gluten
Yeah.
free now. So,
Mm.
but anyway, I'm about to leave y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to cut it off too. It's about to be a little bit short. It is 3 hours, so I was shooting for 3 hours. Okay, any final thoughts? But first of all, thank you for being here, darling. Being a great sport. Tell us about your
Thank you
story,
for
man.
having me.
Stop playing. Get that channel. Treat that husband real good this weekend. Tell that man stop walking
Always.
around butt naked over
Look,
there like that. Yeah, snake
he
gonna
will
get him.
tell you. He will tell you he is very well treated. Ain't that right, baby?
Yeah,
You gotta say it out loud. They can't hear you. He
yeah.
sound like I'm torturing him over here.
Right.
Any final
You know,
thoughts, baby? Any
is
final
there any
thoughts?
final
Okay.
thought?
For
Can you hear
me?
me?
Oh,
Yeah.
you were still
Yeah.
talking to me. Oh, any final thoughts? No, I'm just hope all the fellas have a wonderful, wonderful Father's Day, and hope your ladies treat you right and hook you up, and
Mm,
just have an awesome day and feel appreciated.
definitely. Can't wait for the
Okay.
farm content.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to wait for that one, boy.
Right.
That one is gonna be how long do you think I go? Chicken usually stay what, like 6 months, I believe.
6 weeks, right?
No, that's
Six
for
to
the
eight
when
weeks.
they act.
6 weeks.
Well, give some
No, I think
make
that's to develop, fully develop.
Yeah. Well, don't get me. Look, I'm gonna be learning along the way. He's my teacher, so he gonna teach me because he gonna be leaving me with it to deal with. So I'm gonna have to learn.
that's what's up.
Oh man, girl, like I said, girl, let me thank you again for being here, man. You know I rock with you for the longest,
Yes,
and
sir.
you know what I mean. Make sure reach out to my hunger, man. What the hell is going on with her? Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Y'all fighting or something? That's your
No,
bestie?
she when she's going through something, she gets missing. She's been doing that for 20 years. So
Oh, so this is like part of the routine.
yeah, it's part of the routine. I just wait for her to get her life together and holler at me. She know where
Oh,
I'm at.
so how long usually it lasts, the whole going away type of thing?
It's been as long as a year before, but usually
Okay,
4 to 6 months.
okay. This is my homegirl right here. How you doing, darling?
Hi, hi, Pappy. Hello, world class, and hello, Kay.
Hello.
Actually, I'm not doing that good. I
Oh
found
man.
out through my daughter that my half sister, I call her my half sister because even though she's Barbara's child, I call her my half sister because she is the byproduct of the man that molested me when I was very young and that tried to rape me when I was very young.
Mm,
And I found out because people in my past are trying to get me because they do not want me to talk about what happened in Culver City and in Venice and what happened in Bakersfield. People from my past from Culver City and Venice, and people from my daughter's on the Zachary side in Bakersfield, California. And in relation to my sister, my half sister, this Bitch. Now this broad, she's best friends with one of the females that I slapped back in the days because they tried to disrespect me. and
Oh
and
my
I beat
god.
up her cousin that tried to disrespect me back in the days because Lolita, who did not know how to fight, Lolita, who had been very shy and an introvert, Lolita had to quickly learn how to fight in that ghetto because otherwise you get bullied. And after what Lolita had already been through, Lolita wasn't going to be bullied. Lolita wasn't going to take no crap off of them broads. All them females hated me because all those men wanted me. The teenagers, the grown, the young adult men, and the older men, they all wanted me, and all them females hated me because they wanted me. And I did not want none of them motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but I did not want any of those guys. I didn't want nobody from out there. I wanted to be left alone. But no, that didn't happen that way. But Victoria's best friends with Aika, and she's also friends with people from Venice, and they were tagging Victoria in videos that they're gonna kill me and that they're gonna jump me. And do you think my sister Victoria contacted me? No.
Oh, that don't
She
sound
hasn't
good.
told me. She hasn't told me nothing, Pappy. Nothing. And do you know? Even though the simple fact that I've always had issues with Victoria, because it's hard for me to reconcile the fact that her father was the one that raped me. Because for many years I hated Mexicans. I'm
Don't
not
use
gonna
the
lie.
word. Do me a favor, don't use the word rape, please. It's graping.
Okay, grape. Okay, yeah, grape. I'm sorry, I forgot about that
Right.
because they'll flag you.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
said
but grape. I'm sorry. I apologize. I forgot about that. But for many years, I hated Mexicans, which was wrong, but I don't hate them anymore. But it's like I've always had a conflict where Victoria's concerned because of who her father is. And Victoria, I told my daughter that I knew that they didn't care about me, but I did not realize it went to that extent. And my daughter was trying to stick up for Victoria. I said, no, Waukesha. I said, because if that was the other way around, I would have immediately copied and pasted, because it's very easy to do, and Victoria's computer literate. I would have sent it to Victoria and I would have called her, and Victoria not telling me it would have been at work, and I'd been like, it's an emergency, call me. And when she would have called me, I would have told her, what do you want to do about this? Well, let's formulate a plan. And that's what Lolita would have did. But Victoria doesn't care about me, just like the rest of them. The only good, decent one of my sibling is Lisa. That's 13 months younger than me. The rest of them aren't worth a nickel. And the same with Barbara, the epitome of a BMT.
there is no way you can fix that.
No, honey, there's no fixing it. I learned many years ago that Barbara is the way she is until she's gonna die. Barbara is a flightless bird. Barbara will never take accountability for nothing. Mr. Palmer understands, but she will never take accountability for nothing. Till the day she dies, she will not admit nothing. My daddy took accountability. My daddy told me why he ended up the way he was, and I love my daddy for that. And I was crying. I was on the phone with him for 2 or 3 different days in 2016, and he told me why he ended up the way he was, and he went to counseling, and but that's something that Barbara will never do, because Barbara's perfect. Barbara's a sanctified Christian, but she has never turned around and went to her children and apologized for what she put them through, because she had a revolving door of men, illegal, alien, wetback Mexicans that were in and out that
You cannot
house.
use those words. Relax. You cannot use the
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right there.
But she had them running through that house, and only one got me, but my sweet sister that was 13 months younger, a lot more of them got her, and that's because of what Barbara did, because Barbara didn't care. All Barbara cared about was herself.
How are you feeling nowadays? Like how is your health
I'm
wise?
numb right now. I'm numb that my sister actually didn't tell me that any of this. I'm numb. I am disgusted. I'm numb. I knew that they didn't care about me, but I didn't realize that the depths of that. And even Julio, who I haven't spoken to since October 2015, he didn't tell Waukesha, because he talks to my daughter. He didn't even tell Waukesha, you need to warn your mother that they're after her. They're looking for her. Has he said anything? No, because they don't care about me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure people care about you, darling.
No, I'm telling you, what I'm telling you, Peppy, is that they don't. That little bit of family that I have out here in Cali, they don't care about me. They never did. And that's okay, because I don't care, because I no longer care about them. They're all dead to me. They're dead to me. Except for Lisa. Lisa is the only one day when I die, because I already told Quisha, one day when I die, Lisa can be there, but the rest of them can't. I don't want no people with their fake tears pretending like they gave a crap about Lolita when they never did. No.
Oh, darling.
And I'm sorry that I said words that'll trigger your channel.
What to say about that? What you say?
Mr. Palmer said earlier you was dealing with something.
I have stage 4 malignant breast cancer, and that has spread throughout my body. I'm dealing with that, and also now there's a new issue. There's something on my vocal cords, so now I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my voice.
Jesus Christ.
So
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 sorry to hear that,
it's like
man.
when it rains, it pours. Thank you. So it's one of those scenarios, and I've been dealing with it, and I've been praying and talking to God and Jesus, like multiple times a day, and I've been, and it's just like I've been, and I'm just going through a process of dealing with everything in my life because I never dealt with anything in my life. I learned at a very young and as a very young child, we were not allowed to express emotions. I had to mentally put everything in a little mental box because we were not allowed to cry. We were not allowed to laugh. We were not allowed to play. My daddy did not like noise. So when he came home, you could hear a pin drop. And my daddy used to physically and mentally torture us and Barbara, and he would laugh. And he got a kick out of it because my daddy had a God complex. He had colorism issues, but he had a God complex too. And both of my parents were very evil and toxic. They never should have got together. They never should have had kids, neither one.
How health wise, man? How you feeling right now?
Um, right now, right now I just feel numb. I have pain in my right breast, but because of the cancer, and it comes and goes, and
Are you going? Are you gonna go to the whole how you call that thing with the
Chemo.
lasers and
Yeah,
stuff like that?
how do you
oh,
try
you
to
talking about you talking about the radiation, Pappy?
Yes. Are you gonna go
Oh,
through that?
I've had 2 rounds of radiation. I had it because it's in my left hip. It's in my left hip bone. I had that radiation first at the end of December, early January, and then I had it on my right breast in January. And it doesn't hurt every day. And I'm on 2 medications. I'm on a hormone blocker and I'm on a medicine called Ibrance. I take it for 3 weeks and I have 1 week off. And I'm over here about to go through a genetic testing where because I don't know my family history. My first cousin Delora told me history on my daddy's side, but I don't know anything about Barbara's side because Barbara never talked to me. So I asked my nephew and he never got back to me. So I called I called my daughter. I called her to tell her to ask Barbara, about why exactly my granddaddy died. I knew that he had black lung, but I think he died of pneumonia. Why her mother, who was also named Barbara, why she died, and what ailments her half sister has, and also to her brother Pedro, why he died. Because they need that information in regards to doing my genetic testing, and then they're gonna see what percentages of what I have, because it's like I always just consider myself black because there's 2 Indian nations on my daddy's side that I have that blood, and I know there's Indian blood on Barbara's side. Barbara can pretty much pass for white. There's people that used to think she was white. Right now she looks like an old white lady, and there's relatives on my mom and Barbara's side that pass for white and that live as white people in Ohio.
Oh
Because
man.
that's where I was born. They live as white people. They do not identify as black. They do not, they live with their white husbands, and they live as white people.
Oh lady, listen, man. I know you and I wrote with you. You a sweetheart. You always been a sweetheart to me, man. It pains my heart that you're going through this stuff, like with
Thank
your
you.
health
You're
and
a
stuff like
sweetheart
that.
too. And I love what an
Yeah.
excellent father you are. And it's like, and it's beautiful because whenever I see that, it always warms my heart because, I didn't have that growing up. And because I was toxic and I ended up with having babies by 2 pookies, my girls didn't have that growing up. And that's something that I'm always happy that I see that. And it always warms my heart, and it's beautiful because kids don't ask to come here.
Yes, you're
And
right.
all
You're
kids
still right.
and all kids should have a mommy and a daddy. And I'm tired of these feministas acting like the daddies aren't important. Yes, they are important. The girls need a daddy so they can see what type of man that they should want when they grow up. And boys need a daddy because can't no woman raise no son and teach him how to be a man.
No,
I'm not a
that's
man. I cannot teach you. I cannot teach you. I didn't have sons, but if I had a son, I would have made sure that he had had a positive male role models around if the dad wasn't around, because so that to teach him how to be a man. Because Lolita can't teach a man how to be a man.
how
How's your girls doing?
I'm sorry. What did you say, sir?
How your daughters doing?
I told you before that the baby's dead. The baby's been dead since Easter morning, March the 27th, 2005. My oldest daughter, she's still going through it. I'm not going to talk about why, but she's going through something really horrific with my oldest grandchild. So she's going through her own hell right now. And she works from home. She's a job recruiter. She's excellent at her job. I couldn't do it. There's a lot involved with her job, and she's been doing it for years. She's homeschools, which I'm glad. At first, I was apprehensive about it because I was worried about, Houthi, and then Saya, about them being socialized. But she's an excellent mother. She's been very affectionate with her kids from day one. I was not a good parent to Walquisha when she was little. The first 4 years, I didn't want Walquisha. I did not want babies. And the first 4 years, Barbara and my sister Lisa raised her. And my girls were 4.5 years apart. And even though I always talked to my girls, I took them places, I spent time with them, I was still detached from them because of the way I had grew up. Because I grew up in a house where there were no hugs, there were no kisses, no I love yous. There was just, you're ugly, Lolita, and give Lolita directions and tell Lolita what to do, and blame Lolita for stuff she didn't do, and Lolita would get in trouble. Lolita was the oldest, so Lolita always got blamed for stuff. And I was a good kid on Overland Avenue. I was good on Boulevard. I didn't like getting in trouble because I didn't like getting whippings. Them belts hurt. So Lolita was apprehensive to them belts.
At the end of the day, man, forget what they tell you. I mean, it's probably some painful situation, man, but don't let people put you down like that. You're beautiful inside out. Don't worry about none of that.
Thank you.
I know it's easier said than done, but
it's something where I still feel ugly to this day, and I always have. And Tommy feels the same way. That's why I can relate to Tommy. But it's like it's something that my mama did to me.
Who's
Barbara?
Who's that in that picture that you have in your avatar?
That's me. That's me.
No, you're fine. Hush. You're all right. How young are you?
Yeah, once upon a time, I'm not that fine anymore, but I never felt fine. When I was at my most beautiful, according to the European standard of beauty, I never felt beautiful. I never felt beautiful. Huh?
Why you say European standard? You're no European at all.
Because that's what the society goes by, honey. You know how it is in America. They go by the European standard of beauty. And according to that standard, I was beautiful, but I never felt like it.
Where are you now?
I'm sorry?
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Southern Cali.
Okay.
In Cali.
Yeah, I was born in Ohio, but I was raised out here. Southern Cali is my home.
I'm put my email in the private chat. I want you to email me, please.
I'm sorry, what did you say, sir?
I said I'm putting my email in the private chat. I want you to email me. See if we can see if I have somebody out there that can help you. At least with the help.
Okay. Oh, okay. And I am so sorry, Mr. Palmer, that I said stuff that because I don't want your channel to get flagged because I know how bad these people are. Because Tommy has had so many channels flagged. Valdez had a channel that had 100,000 viewers that got flagged down, and I don't want anything like that to happen to you. Because I want your channel to grow, because like I said, you have a beautiful heart, and so does Mr. Palmer, and so does Valdez, and so does Tommy, and so does Uncle Stu. And I saw that right away, and I saw that right away, and it's like, and I want you to become very successful, and how Valdez talks about having multiple streams of income. That's what I want for you. That's what Tommy already has it. Valdez already has it. I don't know about Uncle Stu, but that's what God wants me to have. I never wanted to be wealthy, but God and Jesus told me they want me to be wealthy. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I always wanted to be, when I was raising my girls, I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to be able to pay my bills and put money aside for emergencies. Being rich was never part of my plan. My ex-fiance, Johnny, he wanted to be rich, and he ended up blowing up our relationship because he went after that fast money.
This is what I want you to do, girl. I want you to, in the private chat, I want you to get that email, save it on your phone, and I want you to email my man World Class because he's to see if he can.
I am. I promise.
Please do. Don't promise. Do it right now. Can you do it right now?
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Oh my God, I'm getting ordered around.
No, just do it, please.
Oh, I
So
am. I
you
am.
always been a
Wait a
sweetheart
minute.
to me
Where is it? Oh, you said it's in the back
Yes, in the
chat.
private.
in the
If you on your
private.
phone, just look at the bottom bar. You'll see a
Okay,
little
I'm
red light.
looking. Oh, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down right now. I found it.
Please.
I'm writing it in my planner right now. Let me grab my planner.
We'll see
I
if I
promise
if
I'm doing it. I promise I'm doing it right now. And
Yeah, please, my dear.
we'll
I
see if
want
we
you to
have
I
do
something.
will.
I'm gonna see if I have
But
somebody else.
Poppy Blanco, how are your girls doing? Them your beautiful babies.
actually they gone. They in Florida. They went to it's summer vacation, so
Oh, so
they
they
get
okay. So they went to go see family in Florida.
yeah, that's the only
That's nice.
that's the only people that can stay with them. I don't play that. My kids only
Oh
stay
no,
with
I don't
family.
blame you. No, you have to protect your babies. You're a good daddy.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's beautiful. They're visiting their peoples. That's another. Oh,
Yeah, they're
they'll
with
have a
their
nice
grandma
time.
because they need to get close to
Yeah,
their
they're with
grandma.
their granny. Oh, they're gonna have an excellent time with their granny. I
Oh,
wish
they're at the beach.
you
They're at the beach right
that
now.
yeah.
So and then they're gonna be
Okay,
with
so
they're gonna be with my
I'm
mama
writing
later.
it
So
down right now.
please do, darling. Yo, what's good, Marcus?
I
How you doing,
am.
bro?
What's up? ¿Cómo estás, family? Yeah, I want to do every shout out to everybody. Lolita, condolences. Sorry for what you're
Thank
going through, but I'm wishing you the best.
thank you,
And
sir.
Mr. World Class, Noble Miguel, shout out to you, man. I've seen you before on the YouTube streets in the chat, but never met you up in the panel.
Definitely. So,
Pablo Blanco, if any of you guys are fathers here in this panel, and fathers out there in the chat, Feliz Dia de los Padres, Happy Father's Day. If I don't see you this weekend, I want to do that as well. So yeah, other than that, bro, I'm just listening to the conversation. So I appreciate y'all opening up. Yeah, and just want to be here just to support Bobby Blanco TV.
Yeah, you know you're my guy, man. Lolita, look, it's my Instagram is in there too. You know,
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
I
I
don't know.
see it. And I also, I'm
I
sorry,
don't know.
but I also want to say to all the daddies,
Yes,
I hope you all have an awesome Father's Day weekend, and that you all that have a great time, and that you are celebrated. I was at the beginning of your stream, and then I had to leave, and I left. But well, I hope that one day that all fathers are celebrated every day, because these black women are celebrated every day, and a lot of them aren't even good mothers.
that's true.
yeah. Listen,
And and and
my
and, and we
Instagram is
need
in
to
the
it
back.
needs to get back to what it used to be, because
Yeah.
because it, like I said, this feminism has ruined our society so much, and it really hurts me, and it really bothers me. I detest feminism with a passion, and it's like, like Tommy says, they want to be men with vaginas. We're not supposed to be the lead. I don't want to be the lead. It's like that. It's like, I'm not a man. I don't want a winky.
It's just
God made me a woman, a black woman, and I'm happy with what He made me.
listen, Lolita, my Instagram is in the back channel. If you
Oh
ever
yeah, I
need
see it.
to,
I'm writing it down right now,
if you
and
ever
I'm
need to
gonna put
talk
in
to
my
anybody,
email.
if you need to talk to, you feel like you need to talk to somebody, make sure you can. Or you more than welcome. Always hit me up, bro. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what
Yeah,
time it is.
no, no, okay, thank you.
All right, because
Okay, and I'm
I
gonna
rock
put
with
my
you, and I see you going through something, and if I can be there for any help, even just to talk, you never know what talking to somebody might do. You know what I mean? Feeling
No,
depressed,
you're right about
you
that.
can
You're right
always
about
call me.
that, sir.
You can always call me. So don't feel afraid to use the. You can call me or message me either way, and we go from there. All right. But please,
Okay.
I need you to like the number one thing is I need you to get a hold of your health, man. Like follow whatever the doctor tell you. Follow
I
the steps.
am. I'm listening to my doctors.
Yeah, don't skip it.
I just
Don't skip
posted.
no.
I just posted my Gmail.
I got
Okay,
you.
let me do. I got
Okay,
it.
got you. I got
Matter of fact, let me do it. One
Yeah,
second.
but I know you were about to close the stream and go ahead and start enjoying your weekend. And it's like, everybody have, like I said, have an awesome Friday evening. And like I said, to all the daddies, I hope you have like I said, I hope you have an awesome Father's Day. And like I said, and I'm a pessimist, but it would be really nice if, one day that men are celebrated, like, especially black men, because our
Yeah,
society, and I hate how they always show all the negative stuff about black men, and they hardly ever
Right.
show anything positive. That's why a lot of times I don't watch the news, because it's usually always negative about black men, and it really irritates and irks me. And it's like, you they lump everybody in the same bucket. Everybody's not the same.
You're right. Look, I just sent you an email, so you can have my email. So whatever, you can just you can always email me no matter what. Okay,
Okay,
please.
okay, and I
And I
feel the
need
same
you to
way
really,
too.
really keep up with your help, man.
Oh,
I
I
can't
will.
stress
I'm
that no
taking
more.
care of myself. I
Yeah, you
am.
gotta deal it.
I'm
Deal it.
taking care of myself. I promise
Deal
you.
with.
That's something I'm not playing around. I plan on living my best life.
Yeah, deal with
Yeah, I
one
want.
thing at a time. So the cancer fight that right now, and then a lot of the old trauma stuff. Not put it away, but don't put it primary. Like have because it's like just like having gas. Like you want to be able to have the gas to make it cross country. So
Yeah,
while
yeah.
you
You're
know what I
right,
mean.
sir.
So while
Yeah,
while
Mm-hmm.
you're
you
right.
while you dealing with the trauma is like wear and tear that you had over your life, but you really got a destination to get you in terms of being healthy enough to fight it. And that'll the battle with what you're dealing with physically and your health will drain you. So you don't want two things drained on you. You know what I mean? So you got to
No,
prioritize.
no, you're right. You're right, sir.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Is
hey
is
Poppy, I
Kay
gotta
still up? Is Kay still up here? Or she gone?
yeah, she dropped
No,
down.
she is going.
Yeah,
She
hey Poppy, I
Okay.
gotta drop down, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, me
Proud
too.
of
I'm
you.
about to close down too.
You
Anything you want to say before you go, bro?
Yeah, man, it was a great conversation, man. It was dope. I definitely want to hop up
Yeah.
here. I missed a few of your lives. Just like she said, bro, proud of you as a dad. Proud of my guys. A lot of y'all '80s babies, fathers, man. Y'all make me proud. We definitely stepped up. Don't let the TV or this what a feminism convince y'all of any otherwise, man. We've stepped up to the plate. We've done our job. Obviously, not everybody, but I think I'm very proud of y'all. Um, or my
I feel
'80s,
the
not
same,
not
bro.
excluding somebody else, but my '80s babies, the brothers, the fathers, man, y'all definitely have been doing your job, and I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud to be a part of this generation, and
Yeah,
as fathers
feel the
specifically.
same way, my man. I feel the
Definitely,
same way. So yeah, thank you for coming for being here, bro. I really
no problem,
appreciate
bro.
that, man. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
You got a lot of knowledge. We have a good time over here. You always more than welcome to hit me too, bro. You know how it is.
Definitely, definitely.
Lolita, anything else you want to say, darling?
Peace.
No, but thank you for
Peace out, bro.
I just want to say I hope he's still listening to World Class. Thank you for everything that you said, and God bless you. And
All right, man.
I'm gonna send him an email, and
Yes,
I'm gonna be
please
contacting you
do.
too,
Okay.
Pappy. I will,
You promise?
I will,
Listen,
and
hey,
go have a good
promise
time.
me. Promise me you're gonna do it.
I promise. I
Okay.
promise. I promise. I'm when I give a promise, I keep it.
Uh,
My word is my bond.
I
I'm
need you
nothing
to
if
keep
I'm not,
up. I need
without
you to
it.
keep up with your medicine and with your health, all that directions and all of that. Please. All right, baby. I'm gonna be
Okay.
checking. I'm gonna email you every time I get a chance. So I hope you ain't lying to me.
No, I'm not lying. I
All
swear. I
right.
swear I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I swear I'm not lying. I'm not
All
lying at all. But have a great time. Go party and have a good time, and and make sure you use a condom.
right. Hey, I'm a good guy, man.
City boys, we up.
Yeah, I'm a good girl. I'm a good boy, Lolita. I'm a born
Okay, you
again
a good
Christian.
boy.
I'm a born again.
Now I don't know about that because I heard you saying you went to the club a couple of nights ago. Come on now.
Oh, oh shit, baby. See,
I'm ratting you.
that
I'm
was my
ratting you
twin
out.
brother. It wasn't me. That was my twin brother. I got a twin
That
brother.
was your twin.
Yeah.
Oh, now. Oh, so now Pappy Blanco got a twin, huh?
Yeah, he
You,
Poppy the second. I'm Poppy the first.
I was telling my besties about you, and I was telling them I
Oh,
love
oh,
your accent because English is
oh.
not your first language,
No,
and
it's
I
not.
love your accent.
I'm not an American. I mean, I got an American passport now, but I wasn't born here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying I
Don't
love
get me
your
wrong. This is
language,
my home.
your
Don't get me wrong.
accent.
I will fight for America because this is the home of my kids anyway. So I would. This is my land. So, but I wasn't originally born here. So
But there ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I'm gonna go. But I'm definitely gonna be contacting you. And like I said, go out and have a good time. And turn up as Chandra used to say, you turn up. But like I said, if you do decide to be bad, make sure you use a condom.
Just because you told me, I'm gonna do it then. You just saved me from a bad decision.
What did you say?
So you just
What did-
saved me from a bad decision. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
do it just
did.
for you. I'm gonna do it just for you. I
Oh, I
gotta go to
hear you.
Walgreens real quick.
I hear you, because it's easy. It's easy to get caught up when you're not thinking. It's like,
Especially when the hand is
But
talking to you. The hand is start talking to you.
oh,
You know,
you know what? I've never been into the hen dog. That's what we used to call it. But I've never been into the Hennessy. We used to drink E&J and Coke. We used to drink gin
where you
and
from?
juice. When the Beastie Boys Brass Monkey came out, for a little while we were drinking Brass Monkey.
Beastie Boy.
Man, we used
Oh
to be
my
off the
god!
chain. We used to be
Out
off
of
the
every
chain
group
back
you
in the
could have
days.
told me, you say Beastie Boys. Man, come on, man. You could have said
Yeah,
at
the
least
Beastie Boys. I
NWA
know
or
you heard that
something.
song, Brass Monkey.
I know I heard it.
That funky monkey.
Uh-oh.
Brass Monkey.
Let's start rapping now. All
But
right,
that.
my dear.
Okay, bye-bye.
I want you to take care, okay?
Okay, I will. Bye-bye.
All right, my dear. Yo, what's
Bye-bye,
good, Mark?
Chad. Bye, everyone.
All right, Marcus, man. What's going on, baby boy?
Bro, that's a lot, bro. Shout out to her, bro. Shout out to her.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
You never,
you.
bro, you never know what people is fucking dealing with, man. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
said drug the link. I was like, yo, look, I'm a drug the link. I know her. I mean, I don't know her in real life, but I know her. Like, I've been seeing her on this YouTube street for what, like almost a year now. No, a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Like around December, November. Always a sweetheart. She always be
Yeah.
dropping my link and stuff like that. I didn't even ask her nothing like that. She just do it out of the kindness of her heart. You know what I mean? I just fuck
Mm-hmm.
with people like that. And hurt my soul too. She going through stuff like that, yo. It just I ain't gonna lie, but hopefully she had the right attitude and beat everything.
Yeah. She sounds like she's very positive still, even though she's strong, you know. She sounds like a strong
Yes.
person, so
Yeah, she's a big, and that's the most important thing. Like once you're big like that, you
Mhm.
just a bit, because the first thing is the attitude, bro. You don't have the right attitude, you fuck, bro. You fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully my girl, she continue doing her thing.
No, I know.
And
I
well,
missed most of the live though, bro. I missed most of your streams, so I forgot what the topics were, but I want to show you some support.
it was
You know?
more like I started with the people been talking about for like a week. I mean, almost 2 weeks now about what's the name? Girl named Harvey and leaving homeboy Michael B. Jordan. But I only touched that for a little bit, and then my second topic was how important fathers is for this on today's day. Like, are you gonna honor your? I mean, you come from. I know you well very pretty well now at this point, and you come from the mama. Your father and your mother worked together, and they had a family, which you are part of course. How you were when you was at home with your parents,
How was I when I was at home with my parents?
with your father? Yeah, how important was your father in your life?
Oh, he's like probably the most important, my father, in my life. You know,
Mm.
he did everything for me. He protected us. He provided for us. He put a roof over our head. He medicine. You know, he was he was like that old school traditional like Mexican dad. You know, went to work, didn't complain about it, didn't cry about it, and he taught me how to work. He took me to work, and it was a grind. And he gave me my lessons in life and taught me certain things about cars, how to use certain tools. You know, then he gave me like certain lectures from time to time. Stuff like that. So he was like probably the most important, influential person in my life growing up.
How many
Hmm.
brothers and sisters you got? Can you hear me?
You hear me,
Can you hear
fam?
me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
You
yeah, I
close.
can hear you now.
I said, how many brothers and sisters you got?
So my mom she had a family before meeting my dad. So I have two half brothers and a half sister, but I just call them my hermano y mi hermana. And they're still my brothers and sisters regardless to this day. And then I got a little sister with my mom and my dad. So it's in total like 5 of us. But just between me and my like 4, it's 4 of us. You know.
Okay. What you planning to do with your for your father this Sunday?
But he's in Mexico. I'm not. I'm over here. He's on the other side of Mexico. But you know, I talk to him. I hit him up, and then I'll send him some maybe like gifts or something. Hopefully, he gets it. You know.
Do you got like your
And
brothers and sisters over there, some of them? Well, everybody here.
no, they all live in America. They're all going through something right now too. So you know, I got a brother who's going through a divorce, and I know it's Father's Day weekend. And then I got another brother. You know, he's always going through something with his girl. But overall, I think they've been together for a long time. But even regardless of all the bullshit, they still stay together. They got kids together. And then my sister, she's been, she was the one that was like a drug addict, but she stopped being a drug addict for now. I think she's been sober for a bit and been with her significant other for a bit. Yeah, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So I just take my time.
You got to keep on pushing. That's a part of life, man. The life ain't gonna wait for you. You got to keep on moving.
Yep. I got my younger sister. She's kind of the one that's kind of been testing me to be a bigger brother, because she's on that rebellious thing. She's like 21, 22 years old.
She's learning how to live.
Yeah, and then she's like talking to some dudes in other states, and then she lives with my mom. My mom can't really like check her like that like she used to. So then sometimes my mom calls me to come check her, see if she's ever out of line or something. And then, some of the dudes she talks to, they're from like Texas or some shit, and like, stuff like that. He looks like he could be a knucklehead, but just don't act stupid, don't mistreat my sister, and don't disrespect my mom, and just act right and shit.
You always got to defend mom, man. Like, look, I don't care how hard I am, but I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah. Facts. Well, yeah, facts.
I ain't afraid of bitch that well. I'm a mama's boy, man. I don't play when it comes to them. My mom, my sisters. I don't play that. Yes, what else I was gonna ask you? What you about to do?
No, I'm probably just gonna like the Warriors, they just won. Probably just go chill for a bit with some fam, maybe hit up some homies, and that's it. But other than that, just be at home right now for the weekend, bro. There's times like this we get to
It's gonna be a
chill.
long weekend too. I didn't know it was it's a holiday on Monday, so a lot of people don't got nothing else to do this week. It's gonna be like a 3-day weekend.
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't know that they started recognizing June 19th as a federal holiday. That's new. This gotta be the first year. I don't think
me
we
too.
celebrated. Yeah. So, but man, any final thoughts before I get out of here?
Nah, bro, just, shout out to you, bro. Wanted to come and show you some support, familia, regardless if we don't really know each other or not related, I still, got mad love for you, mad respect. You're a good dad. You're a decent dad, man. I think you're a great dad because that's not respected, and that's not noticed as much. Nowadays we got Father's Days, and now sometimes the moms get called Father's Day, and we can't even have one day.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna read a bunch of Happy Father's Day to me.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna say.
Or those commercials. Yeah, but other than that, bro, I just wanted
to me, it's more like it's like a bunch of false propaganda going on, bro. Because like all my friends are great fathers. It don't matter if they make money or not. They are for the kids. You see what I'm saying? So it is narrative that people pushing out there that a lot man is not good father. That's kind of crazy to me because I know a lot of people and all of them are good fathers. You know what I mean? So, but if you let social media tell you we ain't shit, we ain't shit, we ain't nothing.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah, no, hell no. Yeah. I'll fight that fight. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
That's a losing fight because it's people. Most of the people writing those stories is just like being hated people. That's all.
Manifest that bullshit.
Man, I'm about to get out of here, bro. I will drop the link. Matter of fact, man, hold on. I could go for another 5 minutes, bro. Here you go, the link, Brody.
Yeah, but I just wanted to head out real quick. But I just wanted to come in and stop by, bro. Just much respect, support, love for you, bro. I know you're about to hit 1,000 soon.
Come on, man. I'm over I need what? I need about like 470 now.
Hey, bro. Shit,
Online like 430, something like that. 430, yeah. I need
there you
430
go.
to get to 1,000.
You
So
heard
I
him.
appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're my cool, and I pretty much talk to you every day. So
Hey, hit the link, like, share, and subscribe to Bobby Blanco
yeah,
TV, and hit the notification bell, and make sure you hit his Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever he's got.
yeah, yes sir, man. Let me
Hey, because
see
those
my
bottles
home.
gotta get paid in the club. Those bottles gotta get paid.
What's the body, man? I need to buy better equipment. That's my next thing. Gotta buy
Better
better
stock.
equipment.
I got stock in
Good
crypto.
shit.
Yeah,
Peace
what's
Just
out.
good,
tripping.
family?
Hi guys, I can't hear you guys. Let
You
me
hear
try
me?
this again. This is weird. Hold on.
Probably gonna have to get out and come back in.
Yeah. But I'm about to head out of here too, bro. But I just want to see if I see you later in these YouTube streets. I'll see you in this weekend, or if not, today, later today on Black and
Yeah,
Unfiltered.
I'll probably catch up with you later. What time is this? I gotta make me something real quick. I got the meat outside. I gotta make it now. I got no choice but to make it.
Hey, man, get on that grill. Get on that grill.
Yeah, it's really gonna take me like 30, 40 minutes. So
All right, manifest.
as soon as I
Hey,
finish the live
manifest that
stream.
shit.
Gotta manifest the bill, huh?
Well, DoorDash, Uber that shit.
I'm gonna make some fried steak real quick, rice, some beans, and some platanos. I'll make that real quick.
Oh, shit.
I make me a little decent meal.
Hey, whatever goes with that Jameson, that Hennessy. Peace out, bro.
Yeah, all right, my man. Take care, all right?
Damn.
Peace.
Yo, what's good, Black Chicken? Can you hear me?
Dude, I'm gonna have to
Uh-oh.
do lip reading right now because I can't hear you, bro. This is weird. You can hear me? Thumbs up. You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Thumbs
can hear
up.
you.
Okay, good. I'm sorry I can't hear you, but I wanted to pop on and say Happy Father's Day, Poppy, to you and all the other Poppy Blanco family, man. TV. Yeah, man. So I'm living that track father life, bro. I recently had my 4-year-old. He had a triathlon he was in last weekend, and I thought of you and your daughter, how she'd be killing it. And that was
beautiful,
fun,
man.
bro.
What you
And
got your son running? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Man.
This is weird.
Oh well, man. I'm about to close down now. But thank you for coming, Brody, man. I appreciate you jumping over here and wishing me happy Father's Day to you, bro. You're the way in Taiwan, right? Yeah, I believe that you were in Taiwan, man. Take care, my man. All right. For everybody that came over here, please hit the like button, subscribe, share this button, and help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. So hey, help your boy out, and I want you to have a great weekend. Recently, how you doing, baby? I haven't seen you in a while. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Go work. Honor your father, man. Or honor your grandpa. Honor the men in your family, man. They need to be honored. And that's all I got to say about that, man. So for everybody, thank you. All right. And y'all have a great week. Don't drink and drive. Be safe.